Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and I need to turn off that ringer. And welcome to the Done Creative. You can hear my kids and the neighbor boy outside playing, and the window's open because it's so freaking hot in here. I need to turn on my music as well. I've got a little thrown off task here, so give me one moment to get with the program here. Otherwise, check on in. How are you guys? Find my bookmark. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I will turn it down very shortly. Get to my volume button. How are you guys? Oh, sounds like a good volume, maybe? Maybe not? We could hear it. I think you can hear me, hopefully. All right. We only have one person here, which might be me, so I might just be talking to myself. This is embarrassing. But we do have one donation on the list, which is Michelle Lynn. She will start us out tonight. And I kind of wanted to do a collective reading for all of us, or give you guys the choice to have a card drawn for you. But since we only have one person here, that might not last very long. I think this thing's lying to me because there's more than one person here. Magical Indigo Adult is here, and Nikki P and Michelle Lynn. Good to see you. It's still light outside, so I got the beautiful sunlight coming in, and I do have the shade down. Otherwise, I'd be totally like a ghost, totally blown out. But it was too nice out. It's too hot in here to just not have that window open. The kids are still outside, so I hope they're not too loud, yelling and playing with the neighbor kid in the background. So check on in, everybody. I think what I will do is pull a card for everybody who's here, but we'll probably wait till about the 5-minute mark. I like to give everybody about 5 minutes because sometimes the notifications go out at about the 5-minute mark. Just make sure everybody has time to check on in. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Good to see you. And I'm kind of hoping to make tonight a shorter night than last Woo Woo Wednesday, which ended up being like almost 3.5 hours, which by the time I was done, I was really tired and ready for bed. So hopefully tonight we will be able to still hang out and do a lot of readings and me still go to bed at a decent hour because I do have to get up early, get the kids motivated for school, and off to school. And that's a little annoying with the light on my face, but it won't last long. Like the sun probably has less than a half hour before it's gone. I'm gonna go adjust that just to see if I can get it so it's not all up in my face. So I'll be right back. That's any better? No, that's probably worse. That's a little better. Maybe. Like that's the most I can trap that sun from getting to me. There, it's a little better. We're gonna roll with it. Hi, my mom is here. Hi, Amanda and everyone. I'm so thankful for you all. Thanks so much for your donations, likes, and subscribe to Amanda's channel. Love you all. Yes, thanks, you guys. All of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019, and she's still living in a little camper. So I'm working and doing what I can to get her out of that camper with your guys' help, your donations. And I really had a full week of private or personal readings that I've been doing. You guys have been contacting me via email. And I've really, the last couple weeks, been really busy doing a lot of private sessions. I'll put my email here if you're interested. You can email me to find out info and pricing on personal or private readings. I love to be able to meet with you guys on Zoom so that you can see me, I can see you, we can have a conversation, you can ask questions about anything we read about. It's so much fun. I know Burma has had one. I don't know that she's here though tonight. Nyasia, how are you, my friend? But it's a more in-depth and really one-on-one experience that it's where my heart truly lies, is just with the one-on-one readings and communication. Although I do love this platform and setting as well, it's just a whole new depth to the readings when they're one-on-one, if you ask me. But I do, again, I love hanging out with you guys like this as well. But I've been spending a lot of my time doing those private and personal readings, so I've had less time to edit and less time to plan. But I'm trying to get my schedule all figured out now that my boys are back to school 5 days a week. It's been nice. So we've got 10 people viewing and 3 likes on the video. Thank you so much, you guys. I think what I will do is have you guys, if you put an 1111 in the chat, I will draw a card for you. And earlier in the pick a card reading that I filmed, this deck was on fire earlier today. It blew me away, just the amount of awesome information we got. So I want to do the same thing with this deck, pull cards for you guys. So if you would like me to pull you a card, go ahead and put an 1111 in the chat. And Michelle Lynn, we will start with you because you're the first 1111 I see on my list here. All right, Kat is here. Hello, good to see you, my friend. All right, so Michelle Lynn, you have reconciliation. So you could be meeting back up with someone from your past or just reconciling the fact that this is what your life is right now. You can kind of take this 2 different ways, but that acceptance isn't that kind of fatalistic kind of surrender. It's more of a, okay, it is what it is, and now what? Now where am I moving toward? But that could also look like reconciliation of friendship or relationship. All right, Mardell Keeper wants a card. You have compassion. You really are having this sense of compassion, really allowing those judgments of other people or other people's judgments of you just kind of go by the wayside. It's not your focus. You're really joining in hands with this higher vibration of people that are just really, like this person here is holding the earth and just putting that healing, loving energy into the earth. And that's what you're going to be really focused on coming up. Scott Bittner, good to see you, Scott. All right, here's Scott's card. You have prosperity coming, my friend. Lots of abundance coming in as a result of things that you've done, things you've been planning out, just actions you've been taking. All right. Oh, this is for Nyasia. But I didn't specify that, so I'm gonna roll it again. I'm gonna roll the die again. That's the deck of cards. Let's get going for Nyasia. Nyasia, expect tonight. Okay, we've got some courage popping in. So over the next week or so, your solar plexus is really active, and you're gonna be really feeling this courage and strength, and just really excited to get things going in life. Really excited. All right, Mickey P, would you like a card? Oh, we got like 4 of them. That's just way too many, but we will take the top one. We've got confidence coming in for Mickey P. Again, there's more solar plexus activation. Maybe that's a theme this coming week. More confidence, feeling really like sure of yourself and really excited about the changes you're creating in your own life. All right, Kat would like a card. I had a private session with Kat earlier this week. It was so much fun. We have here talent for you, Kat. Look at that. You are tapping into those hidden talents. Those spiritual gifts are really activating, and those healing hands, those heart chakra extensions, the hands are very healing. And you're going to be really tapping into those talents you have, both creative, spiritual, all of the above. All right, Crystal Gaines. Yes, my mom is here, everybody, and she normally attends pretty much every live that I have, or at least catches it on the replay, but she's not always like all cozied up in the chat because she doesn't want to make it all about her because she's so sweet like that. But Crystal Gaines, let's get a card for you. We've got here manifestation. So your manifestation abilities are really powerful right now. I don't know if you did a recent ritual or some sort of intention setting or release of something that was no longer serving you during the full moon. That most current recent full moon we had a couple of days ago in Western Libra or Vedic Virgo. But whatever your intentions were around that time, you are manifesting really good things for yourself, Crystal. That's so cool. All right, Adrian wants a card. Let's get into this for Adrian. Here we have inspiration coming for you. This is very cool. And I see that solar plexus going up into the heart chakra is really activated, as well as the crown. And then, of course, that extension of that heart, which are those healing hands. You're really inspired to share parts of yourself with others. Maybe you're writing, maybe you're creating something, but you yourself are feeling very inspired and also inspiring other people, Adrian. All right, Magical Indigo Adult wants a card. Here we are. You have Strength popping in, and 1, 2, 3 lion cubs here, it appears. 3 lion cubs. So you really are tapping into this inner sense of strength to really help you. There's either a project or something you're hoping to start very soon that you're going to need longevity for, and this is your ticket to that longevity. So here, take your ticket. There you go. That is your permission slip to really exude that inner strength and go after your dreams and really make your dreams reality. All right, Sorrel, so free. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Get a card for you. We've got Trust. So whatever it is you're going through, trust that the universe has your back. Trust your own intuition. Trust your vibes when it's telling you to remove yourself from a person or a situation. Trust is the key for you. Trust in your own knowing that you know what's right for you. All right. Hey, Pokey Journey, how are you? If anyone else would like a card, Burma's here. Yay. Hey, Burma. Anyone else wants a card, go ahead and put an 1111 in the chat, and we will get you taken care of today. Last week you read for my future career, and this week my boss gave a mentor in my dream department. Inspired indeed. Oh, wow. That is so cool. All right. Anyone else want a card? Go ahead and put an 1111 in the chat, and I will draw a card for you. Otherwise, we will move into our very short donation list. We just have one so far, which is Michelle Lynn. But if we don't get any more donations, don't you fret. We'll do a couple of free readings before I duck out of here. But we've only been live about 12 or so minutes, so sometimes it takes time for people to come on. Maybe people don't want readings tonight. I don't know. We're just going to go with the flow. We're going to follow where the vibe is taking us. Kat says, yes, I loved it. It was powerful. I definitely recommend anyone get a private reading with Amanda. She's awesome. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. You are such a sweetheart, Kat, and I'm so glad your father popped in. He had some awesome words of encouragement and just love, and I'm getting chills just talking about him. Like, he's got a very beautiful, strong energy that is just really, just like your face hurts from smiling. That's the kind of energy I pick up from him. A private reading, what you do, you can email me at this email. Let me type it out for you. I got that right. donePhotodesign.com for all the information and pricing on that. It works differently than the donations, just because it is guaranteed time, an hour of my time, or 20 minutes, or 40 minutes, or however long it is that you want to book for. Go ahead and email me, and I will get you the info and pricing on that. We go in depth, we go deep, and we cover a lot of bases. You can ask any questions you want, multiple questions, follow-up questions to questions. Like, we go deep, don't we, Kat? Don't we, Burma? All right. I don't see any more 1111, so we're going to jump right in with Michelle Lynn. That is our current donation list. And that's what we got. That is the start, middle, and finish of what we have going on for the donation list. But we can still do some free readings. We can hang out for a little while. We'll just play it by ear, see where we go. So Michelle Lynn, go ahead and post your question. Tuesday and today hit me like a ton of bricks from the moon, crying and feeling every emotion. I allow myself to feel it, but I'm also afraid it's setting me back. Will this purging help me move forward? Oh, I'm already getting a big yes, yes, yes. Allow, allow, allow. So allow yourself already, Michelle Lynn, because this is what's happening. Listen to me, girl. Listen. This is what's happening for you. Many of us are really experiencing this, but specifically for you, this is what your guides are showing me. The fact that you, okay, think of it as a closet stuffed full of clothes from every season of your life, maybe from high school through now. Like, that closet is very stuffed full. And you need to take some of those clothes. And I think I use this analogy in Kat's reading, but Spirit's showing it to me again. It's such a fun analogy. But in order to, you have this inspiration that I think I want to update my wardrobe. I think I want to change and get some more fun colors or patterns or prints. but you've got a closet that there's nowhere to put anything. It's chock full. So you need to pull everything out, or at least the things you know aren't serving you anymore, things you want to donate, things you want to get rid of. Pull those things out of the closet, get rid of them, donate them, whatever it is. This is a metaphor, metaphorically, but maybe literally you could do this as well, and that will help free up space, because nothing new can come in if there's nowhere to put it. The universe says, well, you're all chock full in that closet, so you're good. But when you start taking things out, and this doesn't really fit my personality anymore, this doesn't fit physically anymore, you're pulling these things out and you're ready to make room for what's serving you. Especially, Michelle, when you're looking for this new job, you're looking for, just a relationship, you're looking for a lot of new things to come in your life. So this purging process that's going on is such a blessing for you, even though it sucks and it hurts and it's not a good time. This is so needed for you right now, dear, because you are leveling up. You're ready to release what's no longer serving you and where you're going. You're releasing it. You're feeling it, to heal it, to deal with it, so that it's really allowing that time or that energy to be able to flow in. There's going to be space for this energy to flow in. And as a result, you're going to be able to bring in a lot of new, fun, exciting things in your life. But let's go ahead and grab a couple cards. Spirit is on its soapbox tonight. It's like I don't even need the cards tonight, but we'll take a couple just to get some clarification on this purging and everything you've been going through with these emotions, and are you moving forward? And Spirit is also showing me you, after you doing that purge, after you releasing, doing this healing, feeling these emotions, don't give yourself a little bit of a grace period to just let it all simmer, let it all marinate, let yourself just, acclimate to the new changes that are taking place in your life. But after that, that's that meditate and contemplate. That's just sitting within it, ruminating within it, marinating within it for just a little bit. But then it is time to take action, because there's a lot of new stuff coming in. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, and we are in Aries season as per Western astrology, and kind of coming into it as per Vedic astrology, so whichever astrology resonates most. Kat says yes. He was someone very easy to get along with. He was a Sagittarius sun in Western astrology. Oh, that's so sweet. You know what's weird? My South Node is in Sagittarius, so when someone's crossed over that was a Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, prominent placements within Sagittarius, it's so much easier for me to connect with them. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like a thing in astrology. I don't know, but that's just the case. Let's grab you one more card, Michelle. Let's see. We're going over here. Anything Michelle is learning from this process, anything that's coming her way as a result of this process, let us know, Spirit. We've got here indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So this to me feels like very current energy, kind of not really knowing what end is up, because healing can really throw you for a loop. But you're using this intuition to really hone in on what is for you and where it is you're going, what it is you want out of life. And also blame. So you may be going through some of the resentment, the guilt, the trust issues that were broken in the past. Maybe that's some of that emotion coming up for you to be healed and dealt with. But with this blame card here, it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So you're not in the victimhood anymore. You're taking your power back. You're accepting responsibility for, whatever you're doing moving forward, basically is what this is showing. It resonates so much. I even cleaned my room today. We'll do my closet next. LOL, grace period is so important. I felt very drained after it, but now I know it's necessary. Yes. And if you remember, about a week to 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, about probably 2 weeks ago, I took 2 full weeks off of live streams and just kind of disappeared off all my online presences, except I would still upload my pick of cards because I was still kind of detached from the situation in that point. But I needed, after that huge purge of emotions that I went through, I needed time to just integrate everything I had healed and allow the new energy to come in. I needed that time, and it was the best thing I could have done, was just to allow myself to have that break and just be within that energy, immerse myself within that, and reintegrate in a new vibration. So I hope that message resonated for you, Michelle. That was very powerful. So all this emotion that you're feeling, this healing you're doing, this is so needed for you to be able to what? Level up, level up, level up. You're leveling up, and it's a beautiful thing. Although it can be messy and ugly and scary, it's still very beautiful as well. All right, so I hope that resonated for you, Michelle. Great way to start the day. Great way to start the live. It's not the start of the day, but it's the start of the live. And we don't have any other donations, so I think what I will do is just take a free question. And then I'll probably do about maybe 3 free questions. And then if we don't get any more donations, I'll probably just sign off early and call it an early evening. But if you want a guaranteed question answered tonight, you can go ahead and send a donation and we will get you taken care of in depth. I mean, Michelle's question went pretty in depth tonight. Oh, we've got a donation coming in from Crystal Gaines. So let's go ahead and take 1 free question real quick. And then we'll get into Crystal's question. Thank you so much for your donation, Crystal. Donation list. Okay, so if you want a question answered for free, go ahead and post your questions, and we will take a moment to draw a card for you. And then after that, we're going to get into Crystal's question. I'll give you guys a few moments to get your list populated there. But there are only about 13 people here, so, you know, people are busy on Wednesday nights now that it's springtime, at least in the northern hemisphere. People are staying out later, hanging out later, maybe getting some sun. I was soaking up some sun earlier in Montana. It was only like 52 degrees outside, but I was out there with no coat on. I was just like, yeah, let that sun hit my very, very pasty white arms. It felt nice. It felt really nice. All right, so Nyasia, we're going to take your question. What do you need to know right now for Nyasia? We're going right up here. Grab a card for Nyasia. And then Crystal, go ahead and post your question, and then we can get right into that after I do this quick little card for Nyasia. All right, we have your angel therapy. So give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So everything that's been really bothering you, weighing you down, really feeling burdensome to you, worries, stresses, struggles, you know, like they say, give it to God. Allow yourself to really feel into whatever it is you're struggling with and release that. Almost envision it. I love to use this river analogy here on my channel, but envision it almost like there's this, however big this thing you want to release is. This could be a person, a situation, a feeling. This could be whatever. Imagine a leaf big enough to place said energy, person, situation, whatever, onto this leaf, and then just let it float on down the river, out of sight, out of mind, giving those cares and worries to the angels. That's what they're showing me for you, Nyasia. Just give it to them. Ask them for help, because again, they can't intercede or intervene in your free will, so you will have to ask them for help or guidance in any way, shape, or form you need. Oh, you did need to hear that. Oh, you're so welcome. I think we could all use benefit of that information right now. It's crazy, though. The readings that we're getting for a lot of people, it's very similar stuff. This is a very collective purge, a collective release that many of us are going through right now. Just so much going on that we're all benefiting from, you know, being in each other's presence. Hey, Susan, how are you, my friend? Good to see you tonight. And I am going tomorrow, I do have one private session, and I have to film 2 videos tomorrow. But after that, I am going to go shopping for new mascara. So that one is bottom of the barrel of that tube, and it just likes to melt right down here under my eyes. So I'm not buying that kind again. I know I've been talking about that for like a month, but I'm excited that it's over. And I used it to the very last drop. You got a million questions and can't decide. Do you want to just do a general? Let spirit decide what they want to tell you, Crystal. Sometimes that works pretty good, because we don't always hear what we want, but we always hear what we need. And sometimes it is exactly what we want because we really needed it. That works. Okay, so general for Crystal. All right, we're going in for Crystal. And thanks for your donation. And I saw Burma donated as well. Thank you so much. We will get you on the list as well. Thank you so much, hon. Always a pleasure to read for you. All right, so let me get the list matriculated here. karma. Yay. Okay, Crystal. We're going in with Queen of the Moon Oracle to start out. Anything to your spirit that Crystal needs to know right now? Anything Crystal needs to know? Okay. Wow. This card will not stop coming in. Will not stop. Will not stop. Came up in the big changes coming your way. Pick a card that I filmed earlier today. And it's so timely for what's going on. So you have here patience and boundaries. So Crystal, there is a sense of patience that's going on with you, maybe feeling a little stagnant or stuck, or like, can't this just speed up? Can't this just come sooner? Can't this just happen quicker? But there's this need for patience to be had because there is something, divine timing is at work right now, and there are, I's being dotted and T's being crossed by spirit that you don't really see that behind the scenes stuff. It's lining up for your highest good right now. So having this sense of patience and knowing that divine timing is at play in whatever's going on in your life, especially something you're really impatient about, just know that things are being woven by spirit behind the scenes. And that is the number 36. So you can work on your own healing and closing out of old cycles while you wait for this new stuff to come in. So with this boundaries card, this kind of goes without saying, but this girl here is in her own little bubble. She's kind of closing out the outside world as to not get her energy intermingled or mixed in with other people's energy. So Crystal, you may identify or feel like you are an empath, and I would say that's very fitting because you do take on a lot of people's traumas or emotions like they are your own. Maybe watching the news or just knowing what's going on out in the world really burdens your soul or really weighs you down. And Spirit's saying you don't need to be in that energy right now. Yes, you can acknowledge that people are suffering all over the world and craziness is going on all the time, but you don't need to kind of die on that sword for whatever's going on out there. Your time right now is to just go within, go into that kind of hermit mode and really cleanse your own soul. Do what feels good for you. And that's really going to help you. And we have the number 12 here, which adds up to a 3, which is all about creativity and eventually collaborating with other people. But right now, Spirit's showing me like they are like waiting in the wings and they're collaborating with you. Even though if it looks like nothing's really going on in your life right now, Spirit is working behind the scenes over here to really make things go forward for you. So let's see what else Crystal needs to know. And there's another deck calling my name over here. I think it's the Sacred Traveler. Okay, so we're going to take those two because there's way too many in that chart. Okay, so here we have trust, honesty, and innocence with the unicorn. So you may have seen some unicorn symbolism lately, seeing it on shirts or artwork. There's something about unicorns, maybe even looking up what a unicorn means spiritually or the spiritual meaning of a unicorn would get you some more guidance with this reading here. But there is this sense of trust. With pairing that up with patience here, this is trusting that the universe has your back, trusting that things are working out in divine timing. Spirit cannot stress that enough. They're like in divine timing over and over in my head right now. But here with this white card, source of divinity and enlightenment, you really are using this time where things kind of are in that stasis to really get in touch with your more spiritual side, really focusing on a spiritual practice or, self-care measures. So as we say that, let's get a self-care oracle. What would Spirit suggest Crystal do to really take care of herself through this time with this boundaries and patience? All right, we got 2 that want to come out. Okay, so we have rest. See that there? There's a need for more rest in your life. Getting more rest, rejuvenation. This could be looking like even just a 10-minute nap during the day if you're exhausted by like 1, 2 p.m. Allow yourself to take that little bit of time out, even if you're just setting your alarm for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes to just get a bit of shut-eye even during the day, or making rest a priority at night rather than binging Netflix or staying up late doing other things. Make sure you're resting, rejuvenating, all of that. We've got the number 43, which adds up to a 7. So this is all about taking really good care of yourself spiritually, really focusing in and honing in on that spiritual path. You pair that up with this card here because there are more of your own higher self or spiritual gifts that are wanting to come online, Crystal. And the best way that this can happen or transpire is when you rest. that patience is when you are resting, that's when all the heavy duty work is taking place within your body, where your consciousness is at rest so that you can actually be in communion with your guides, your angels, with source, and really be feeling into that. Also here we have take a walk, which another 7. Spirituality is so important for you right now, Crystal. It's not even funny. Spirit is just like spirituality, spirituality, divine timing, divine timing. But taking a walk, getting out in nature, moving your body, connecting with nature is so important right now. Moving your body, I think, to really move this energy through. And I know that kind of flies in the face of rest and taking a walk are kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum. But there is a time and a place during the day for you to move your body, and then a time and a place to rest. Time and a place to move, time and a place to rest. That's what I'm seeing there with that. Then we're going to go one more for you, Crystal. We're going to the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Any additional messages from Spirit for Crystal? Woo. There it is. We got two. We got two coming in hot. So we have Library. Take control of your own narrative with Master number 22 up here. So you are taking control of your life, really deciding, is what this person's saying is reality? Is that really my reality? What this person's saying is truth? Is that really your truth? Maybe you're working to cut these puppet strings where you see other people are controlling your life, or you maybe think an employer has too much control of your life, or the government has too much control of your life. Take it as it resonates, but you're cutting the puppet strings with maybe even certain people in your life, certain relationships where you think maybe they have more control over what you do and say and how you show up in the world. You're taking your power back. Also, another 7. You cannot make this stuff up. Look, another 7. 2 + 5 is 7. Mural. You be your own first priority. Putting yourself above others. Separating yourself from other people's energy. And of course, if you have children or people who are counting on you, of course, honor those commitments as well. But making sure you're taking the utmost care of yourself, that is so important right now. With that boundaries, making sure you're only surrounding yourself with people who are for your highest good right now. And, taking back control of your own life, that's where that boundaries really comes in. You're cutting those strings or cutting those cords, removing your energy from people who are trying to control you in some way or to drain your life force or just to make you see life their way. People have lots of weird, different agendas, but take it as it resonates. So I hope that resonated for you, Crystal. Spirit went in on a question for you or an answer for you there, Crystal. So I hope that resonated for you, brought you some guidance, some clarity. Right. So Burma, we can go where Spirit leads you, girl. Forget what I asked. Okay, we can do that. Spirit always shows up right in divine time. All right, I put those in the wrong place. So let me swap those with those, and then put this one away. All right, let me just check that we don't have any other donations before I make the list. Nope, that's it. That's what we got going on here. So whatever Spirit wants to tell Burma, and for some reason we're going right on over here to the Angels and Ancestors deck, and they're telling me to shuffle it this way and then backwards. I just do what I'm told here. I don't always know why, I just follow the rules. Yes, it did a lot. Thank you. You're so welcome, Crystal. And thanks again for your lovely donation. All right, for Burma. Oh, well, we got 3 that just fell right out. And I'm already seeing Scott coming through. Scott is ever present these days with you, Burma. Look at that. There he is, all dressed up for you tonight. He even did his makeup. Maybe you did his henna for him. Who knows, right? I love that. Wow, I'm getting major chills now. Track down your fears and desires. So maybe this kind of bit of a lull or kind of weird little whatever's going on with you energetically right now, to me this feels like getting you to go within. Be a little more introspective, not so out there. Extroverted, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Pam! Good to see you, Pam. You did not need to do that. So we've also got Rhea Limo donating. Hold that thought for one hot minute, Burma, and we'll get right back into this. But I want to get this list written before I get everybody on the list. All right, we got Rhea Limo and the wonderful Pam. Again, okay. And you were past more 5 last week, so I wrote that there. I hope that's, well. If it's not, we'll figure out who you are here, Pam. But I think it's past more 5, or however you say that. But yes, for Scott, coming on in, Hunter, track down your fears and desires. So this energy that you're kind of, trying to navigate through. Okay, so he's showing me almost like it's like you're trying to run underwater. Like it's really every bit of like external force you're putting, it's like you're met with a lot of resistance right now. But this is for your highest good. This is by design right now. You really have to, like, Spirit's showing you just facing that internal stuff. And even if you can't put a name to it, like facing, says here, track down your fears and desires. I think you're pretty clear on what your desires are, but a lot of times we just fear things for the sake of fearing things, or it's kind of ingrained in us by society. Even if you can't put a name to the fears that you have or the things that are kind of holding you back in life, it's almost like just you feeling that vibration of kind of blah, or what is this, what's going on. That's enough. You're feeling it, so you can heal it, so you can deal with it. So just allow yourself to immerse yourself in whatever it is that's coming up. And I apologize. Wrigley is out there screaming with the neighbor kid. Apologize. All right, then we have your traveler, move in a new direction. So to me, this feels like within the next week, you're going to be overcoming a lot of this kind of weird running underwater kind of energy. You're overcoming that as a result of you really leaning into it and feeling it, to heal it, to deal with it. And as a result, you're going to be starting to move in a new direction energetically. Your vibration is going up a notch. You're really checking in with your own higher self, and more of your spiritual gifts are coming online. And I just saw, and I know this isn't written anywhere that I can see on these cards, but I just saw like a major activation in the hand chakras. And I know, Burma, you are a healer. You can do both, in-person healing and remote healing as well. But I think it's not just you. It's like a whole collective of people. But what I see with you specifically is you're just getting a major level up in the abilities that you have for healing. The ways that you can heal, like they're expanding. It's very Jupiter energy. I just see this expansion of your healing gifts. It's like because you've leveled up, you've raised your vibration, you have more access to your spiritual light, your spiritual gifts. That's what they're showing me. And you're moving in a new direction with that, something where you're expanding your spirituality, your spiritual gifts, your healing abilities, the way you show up in the world. You're expanding and moving in a new positive direction. And it doesn't have to be like you totally take a hairpin turn and go another direction. This just could be you expanding what you're already doing with healing. Okay, we got a couple more donations pouring in. We got Santina. All right, let me get you on the list here. And then we also have Kat. Thank you so much, Kat. All right, so let me get you on the list. And Tina and Kat. All right, that is our current lineup. Thanks again, everyone, for your donations. All your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. And every bit of your donations are going to buy her furniture and appliances and things to get her back in her home when hopefully, fingers crossed, she can get back into her home, hopefully this year. But, if it's not this year, it will be next. But she could still be buying things to furnish her home with and be storing them at my grandma's house. So thank you so much, you guys. All right, so also, Burma, you have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. So to me, this really pairs up with what I was seeing about the healing, the hand chakras, where you're more graceful in your movements and action. It's like, it's almost like they're like, it's not so clunky anymore. It's what Spirit, most namely Scott, sending me. It's not so clunky anymore, where maybe before you really had to focus your energy and really intently just try to work it out. They're basically saying this upgrade you got with your healing, or you're getting through a result of you really facing your inner stuff. As a result, it's like you're going from dial-up to high-speed internet. Like that's how they're showing me. And you've been working on this. This is something that's been kind of building for a while. But you really are owning and leveling up, becoming that master of your own craft is what I see. Yes, it comes so easy these days. That's so cool. So let's go to the chakra love messages for you, Burma, just to see if there are any chakras you can really focus on. Whoa. Well, of course, the heart chakra, because the hand chakras are the extension, and the healing all comes from that heart area. This is all about compassion. Resolve your conflicts with compassion. So this could even be you cutting cords and trying to really heal things with people in your life that maybe you're not even in communication with or contact with, or maybe these people are still in your life, but there just been certain dynamics within the relationship you have with these people that aren't really serving where you're going or your highest good, that you're healing. You're healing these older cycles and loops. Oh, Sandy, thank you so much. I just saw a donation come in also from Sandy. Dear Sandy, let me get that on the list. All right, there we go. So that heart chakra, doing heart chakra healing, activation, whatever, you know what to do. You're a healer. Use your intuition. Do what feels right as far as any leveling up that you have with the heart chakra. But when this comes out and you're getting these upgrades, just know that any weird heart palpitations that you have, it's probably associated with your upgrading, your leveling up, rather than an actual heart problem or anything you have to worry about. This is all energetic. This is happening. And also that higher heart, your heart chakra, and then higher heart is more kind of where that thymus is, about, where this is landing, maybe slightly lower, but not too much. So from heart to higher heart and up into your throat chakra, all of that is really lit up for you right now. Oh yeah, you absolutely can send donations. We're still taking donations. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And the link for that is pinned at the top of the chat here, or also a link in my description box as well. Thank you. All right, let's get 2 more cards for Burma from this deck. Anything Spirit wants Burma to know? Okay, there's already 1. Yep, that makes total sense. Whoa, that's coming in hot as well. What do we got here? Okay, this is so perfect. I love this. Okay. So with what's been going on, what you've been kind of going through this past week or so, Burma, with the Caressa card here, it says, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Look at that. And this is your way through. This is what Scott is definitely stepping in again. It's like, quit calling me Spirit. He's so funny. This is your way through whatever you're going through right now. The Ray card. Right there. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. So getting back into that yoga trapeze you were talking about, I think these are all important ways you can really connect with your body, your mind, your soul. It all really lines up together like that. Thank you so much. We will get you on the list. Is it Brianna or Brianna? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Let me get you on the list. Sandy back on there because I didn't copy the list after I added her. And then, okay, then you're on it. You're already on it, Burma. You already know what to do. You're already taking that advice from Scott and Spirit, or Spirit Scott. You're already doing the thing. You're already, I think a lot of us, we already follow our intuition. We just maybe sometimes need that little dose of external validation to know we're on the right track, which you are. So there you go. All right, Burma. Thanks again for your lovely donation, Burma. You always are such a sweetheart. And your donations are going to help my mom. Thank you so much. Yeah, just say Scott. Absolutely. That's pretty much what he told me too. He's like, quit calling me Spirit. He's so funny. Oh, I love him so much, and I don't even know him that well, but he's hilarious. All right, so up next, we've got Rhea Limo, and then Pam, or Passmore 5. You will be right after Rhea Limo. And thanks again, everyone, for your lovely donations. You guys keep my Wednesday nights very lively here. And the reason I call Wednesday nights, when I go live, Woo Woo Wednesday, this is kind of like a behind the scenes reason that you're all being let in on right now. Oh, your maiden name is Passmore. That's so cool. Awesome. But the reason I call it Woo Woo Wednesday is, for me, in my birth chart, my moon sign is actually in my moon sign is in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, and Wednesday is Mercury's day. Also, per Vedic astrology, sorry, my dog is sniffing under the door. Yes, I'm in here, Walter. I will talk to you later, bud. Also, in Vedic astrology, I'm currently going through my Mercury Mahadasha. So Wednesday is like the day I'm most connected to spirit, at least what I've just kind of witnessed in my day-to-day life. Wednesday, especially in the evening or when the moon is out, because again, my moon sign is ruled by Gemini, ruled by Mercury, I really see the effects. Also, when the moon is transiting and going through Virgo, I totally see the effects with that as well. All right, so there's a little behind the scenes fun fact for all of you. All right, hi Amanda, I'm feeling angry at certain situations that have played out in my life, whether it's due to negative thought pattern. I have any soothing messages from Spirit or Archangel Michael? Let's find out. I'm sorry you're going through that. A lot of people, especially right now, but always, but right now, Rhea, a lot of people who are really angry and triggered at certain things going on, this is because there's a blessed change coming and there's maybe something that needs to be released around this person, this situation, or people involved in the situation. There's something that you are releasing as a result of what's going on. But let's go to Archangel Michael for some guidance with this anger and just what's going on in this life situation you've got going on. Okay, so right here, first and foremost, we have pay attention to your dreams. Excuse me. So you are getting a lot of guidance through your dreams. Even if you don't remember your dreams and don't write them down, although if you do remember, writing them down is going to be a really great way to really see a pattern or a trend. But if you don't remember your dreams, do not fret, because they are still, in that subconscious mind. They will never leave that subconscious. They are recorded there for all time. So just knowing that you have access to your dreams through your subconscious is kind of a sigh of relief for especially those people who say, well, I don't remember my dreams, or I don't dream. You do, it's just you maybe don't remember them, but again, your subconscious mind does remember them. And now my ears are getting really hot. So there may be a lot of people, the thing you're getting angry with, maybe people talking about things they don't know. They think they know something about you and they're spreading lies about you in some way, like what I see, or there's false information about you being shared with people. And that's not, they're going to see the light very soon that what they've been saying is a lie. Some of these people might know already they're basically spreading lies, or whatever situation this is involving. People are seeing, if they're not purposely spreading lies, it's like they think that what's going on is one way when actually no, there's a new truth to it that they're not knowing or seeing, something like that. That's what Spirit's showing me, like a veil. Like a veil is put over their eyes so they can only kind of see through the veil a little bit, but like they're not getting the full picture, if that makes sense for you. But here we also have keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So Archangel Michael wants you to really focus your attention on what you want the outcome to be. Focusing your attention on what you hope will happen. Positive intentions are going to be your ticket out of this dense energy, this more toxic energy, the situation that's playing out that makes you very angry. Your own thoughts and emotions surrounding this are going to shape the outcome. And that's not to say if you're angry to just try to push it away and spiritually bypass. That's not what Archangel Michael wants you to do. He wants you to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it as long as you need to. Don't latch onto it and kind of make that your your mode of operation, so to speak. But allow yourself to feel it until you're ready to release it. You got to feel it to heal it, to deal with it, is what I always say here. You had a dream last night, you were cleaning up after a party. Wow. And that could even be, energetically symbolic of you just cleaning up after of the mess, or cleaning up the toxicity from other people in your life. Because if this was a party that transpired, it's not your mess. Maybe you left a few cups out or something in this dream, but it's other people's drama, other people's toxicity that they left behind after this party that you're now the one having to clean up. So that makes a lot of sense. But here it says, use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Sorry, my window's open and now he's barking right under the window. So if he keeps it up, I will go close that. But, really setting that intention, remember, keeping your eye on the targeted intention, setting that intention and using your imagination, maybe even if you're kind of doing role playing, like you're imagining the outcome you want, that's really going to help you. I'm going to go close that real quick because he's loud. All right, 1 second. Might still be able to hear it, but it's a little bit quieter than it was. Oh, hello, Alice. How are you tonight? Okay. Oh, that's your maiden name and old school email. Oh, cool. Yes. So keep your intentions as positive as you can for the outcome. Imagining the outcome that you want to see here is really going to be key. Let's see if there's any word of advice for you, Rhea, about this situation and what all's going on here. Anything Spirit wants Rhea to know right now? Okay. Well, whatever's going on, luck is on your side. The truth will be revealed. Whatever that is, you're going to be like vindicated, so to speak, or the truth will set you free because certain other people or something going on in this instance, the truth is going to be revealed and luck is on your side. And there may even be other people you're trying to defend or people that you really are trying to stand up for that you feel like you have to kind of be the sense of justice in their lives. But luck is on everyone involved's side that you want a good outcome for is basically what Spirit's saying here. Also, take time to breathe out. So take a day off from really feeling this, allowing yourself to feel it, to heal it, and all of that. But make sure you are really checking in with that spirit, that soul part of yourself, and that will really help you. And breath work, especially when you are worked up or angry about something, connecting to your breath, that is your life force. That really puts you in the present moment, and the present moment is where your power lies. And then I had a dream. I was singing, and I've been around the world, and in real life, I can't sing. I have a persistent jaw pain. Oh, okay. Yeah, and a lot of times singing would just basically be utilizing that throat chakra, speaking your truth, singing, especially if that's not something you do in like your regular life. That's showing like a higher octave of you. That's almost like your higher self. Maybe you can't sing well, but your higher self sings like a canary is kind of what Spirit's showing me. So it's almost like you're downloading more of your own higher self into your life as you're sleeping and really being able to move through anything that's really kind of holding you back right now, to be able to work through it and come out on the other side. Remember, luck was on your side with that card we got from this deck, and keep that positive intention and the outcome you want will happen if you can keep it positive. But again, when you're feeling angry, allow yourself to feel angry. Allow yourself to heal from this thing so you can move through it. But I keep hearing justice will be served. Whatever this is, there's this vindication coming for you where the wrongs will be righted and people that have been lying will be called out in some way. So I hope that resonated for you, Rhea. And thanks again for your lovely donation. See a massage therapist for the jaw pain. They can relax those muscles. Yeah, that will help for sure. All right, so up next, we have Pam. Thanks again, Pam, for your very generous and lovely donation, as always. You did not have to send that much. So sweet. Just like Sandy. I mean, you guys and Burma, you guys are always just sending just like amazing donations, like all of you, really. But, man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. This really does go to help my mom. Thank you again. All right. So, let's see. Oh, we also have something coming in from Katie R. Let me repost my list with the updated version. All right. Questions we can go through there. All right, there we are. So, Pam, you are up, my friend. Go ahead and post your question and we'll get into it for you. Now that my dog's not barking while I wait for Pam's question, I'm going to go open the window again because it's just so freaking hot in here. thank you so much, Burma. That helps a lot. And you're so welcome, Ria. I wish you the best of luck. Just getting everything figured out that you've got going on. That's a lot to deal with. All right, so Pam wants a past life. All right, we're getting into this for you, Pam. This is gonna be fun. I can already feel it. Let's go in. This is actually my sister's tarot deck, Pam. She let me borrow it, and I let her borrow my Cosmic Slumber deck. I've had this for a while, and I really love it. I don't want to give it back. All right, for Pam, past life. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you so much for your donation as well, Alice. And I will go ahead and add you. And then Burma. Keep up that way. All right, copy that. Copy that. Okay. So what do we have here? Wow. So this is so interesting. And okay, so I'm really pulled back to, this feels like 1600s England, maybe France, somewhere in the European continent somewhere. But with this Two of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Chariot. So to me, this feels like you were someone in that life, very feminine energy, for sure, female in that lifetime. And you were someone who was born into a pretty wealthy family, not quite nobility, but, you know, people held in very high regard or high esteem. And you were someone, you grew up, you had all these older brothers. You had 6 older brothers is what I'm seeing here. 6 older brothers. Now I'm getting major chills. I think, okay, so Pam, I don't know if you have a son, but the old brother that was right above you in age, in that life, is actually your son in this life, or that son is one of your children in this life. You don't have any sons. But the one who is the masculine one is what I'm seeing here. So you had 6 brothers. That, yeah, okay, it could be Scotland. It very well could be. 16 something. So there's a past life connection with your son or your child who kind of has a masculine flair to them. Take that as it resonates. But that brother and you were like best friends. You were inseparable. You guys did everything together. So you were kind of the tomboy of, you know, all of that. Can you repeat after the 6 brothers? Oh, what did I say after 6 brothers? What did I say? Does anyone remember? Okay. Oh, your connection. Okay, yes, I can repeat that part. So you had 6 brothers, and there was one that was born a little less than a year before you, or a little over a year before you were in that life. That brother in that life that was just like a year older than you, in this life, that brother is one of your children, a very masculine child. If you don't have a son, then this is a daughter that's kind of more on the tomboy side. Whichever one resonates most for you, that's how they're showing it. But in that life, you were a female, and this son or more masculine energy of the child that you have in this life was a male in that life. So what I see with this too is you guys were going on a trip, some sort of family vacation where you were leaving the country to visit cousins. They're showing me that you and this older brother, the one that was just right older than you, that you have as a child in this life, we'll just call him Tom for the sake of having a name to put. You and Tom were showing these cousins all these tricks and like magic, like literal magic that you guys have tapped into. And it has to do with connecting with the earth elementals or the fae or earth energy, whatever resonates for you. Because not all people believe in fairies and all that. So just whatever your belief system is latching onto, that's what we're focusing on here. You and your brother Tom in the life were really talking about, let's see, your mom and grandma had only brothers out of 5 siblings. Okay, wow, that's really a cool connection. Wow. And then your son is 3. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. But your brother Tom in that life, who's your son, who's 3 in this life, your dad said your grandma was a witch. Okay, so you know what, Pam, you're saying all this information, and this is almost like you could probably trace your father's your grandmother on your father's side. You could probably trace her family tree back to this family in Scotland, where there was one younger girl, all these those 6 older brothers, and you could probably actually find this in your family tree, because I think you are your own ancestor with what we've got going on here. I think you are your own ancestor. But what I see here is your brother Tom in that life, you were visiting these cousins, you went on that trip visiting these cousins, and your brother Tom was like, hey, hey Pam in that life, probably different name, but like, hey Pam, show them what you can do. Show them how you can connect with the earth and the magic that you can do. And he was just bragging you up. You were really excited and wanting to show them, because you guys were out in the forest. You were about 13 at the time. Your brother was about 14. So you were showing your cousins and some other kids that were friends with the cousins what you could do. A lot of your older brothers at this time had already moved on, kind of started their own families. But you, Tom, and then one other brother were still living with your parents at the time. Wow, you've always felt that ancient connection. But what I see here is you showed this magic that you could do, this connection you had to the earth elementals, the fae, whatever it is. You showed these cousins and their friends this magic. I'm getting chills too, Pam. It's just shared chills. Oh my gosh. You showed them this magic. They're just everywhere. I don't know if you can see them on my arms, but they're there. Oh my gosh. You showed these people this magic, and they thought it was so cool, but then they went and told their parents, who kind of got like, what? What's going on here? And it basically, down through the grapevine, it happened to where you were actually taken in by some sort of authority, because think about the time frame we're living in right now in this past life, 16 something, real early 16 something, kind of the witch trial type stuff, where you actually were basically arrested and basically accused of being a witch, and just all the things that go along with that, accused of not following the right religion, all of that. And you were actually, you and Tom, because the cousins, it's not the cousins that told on you guys, it's a couple of friends of the cousins went and told their family, and then their family were like real big on, what's the word, like kind of witch hunting, like, what's the word exactly? Just seeking out anything that wasn't 100% along the line of their religion. But they basically made it so you couldn't go home. I think so that England connection I got. So you were in Scotland, that's where your home was, but you had traveled to England, that voyage, that journey you took to England to visit cousins. And then the cousins' friends reported, oh, there's some witchy stuff going on with this girl. And then they took you and Tom both, and you were both basically executed as 13 and 14-year-old children for what your connection was, what you could do. Like witch hunters, bounty hunters. Yeah, Christianity. Yeah, I really do see that. So you may really have resonated, like going to school and having to learn about like the witch trials. I know the witch trials most of us learned about in school were like in Massachusetts area or New England, but this actually transpired before that, but over in England. That's why a lot of people left England around that time to come to New England, to the New World, to really get away from that, having to be in a box with the religion and not being able to practice and really connect to Earth. And so, Pam, now I'm getting major chills. Your connection to Earth in this life is still very important to you. But there may have been things, almost like you are very disciplined with the way you connect to nature. Like maybe as a child, Pam, you were very connected to nature. You just let it all hang out. You were running barefoot, riding your bike, just spending hours and hours and hours in nature. And, tears, but what I see is, even if you do go camping a lot as an adult, like it's almost like there's this kind of forbidden code, or I don't know, like kind of almost like you love nature, but you still, not as a child, but more kind of as an adult, kind of hold it at a distance. Like, you love it, you love being in nature, you love all of that, but like somehow at a distance. Oh, hey Boston. Are you sweaty from a bath or are you sweaty from outside?
Yeah, I
came to say hi. Oh, you going to bed?
Yeah.
Did you read? Okay. Love you. Night. Go have a good reading
I
time.
want to see what he is here first.
We got Saba Iram, we got Burma, we got Passmore 5, we got, who else we can scroll up? Alice and Jelly. Okay, I better get back on. Oh, Grandma Mardell says, hi, Boston.
Hi, Grandma.
That's what you were waiting for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get out of here. You go to bed. I love you. Yes. Grandma loves you, she says. Nyasia says hi. All right, so let me get back to Pam's reading. I love you. Good night. So yes, your connection to nature is still very important to you in this life, but let's see if we can get any more information about that life in Scotland. But I think you were held and then executed in England in that life. We got 2. All right, wow, this is so powerful. So we have here, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. So, you know, there is this sense of, you know, your connection with your son in this life and Tom of this life, this past life, where he really is, he did come into your life as your son in this life to try to right the wrong of, I didn't mean to show these people what you could do and get us both killed. Like, he's still trying to make up for that in some way. But you as his mom in this life, you're like, you're not going to make that up to me. All is forgiven. Like, I do see that. But there is this righting of past wrongs going on in this life, like a clearing of karma, clearing of the deck. There's a peak named after my family for the mountains here behind where I live, but I'm scared nature's power in some ways. Yes, that is it. That I couldn't really put a name to what I was feeling. Like, you want so badly to just literally like immerse yourself, like roll around in it and just be part of it. But there's that standoffishness. Like, you almost want to admire it from a distance, even though you are in such a beautiful place. You have a huge connection with your son. Also, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus destined life. So that is part of his soul contract, your soul contract, to just kind of forgive each other for what happened. I know you in this life as this 13-year-old girl, you never blamed him for the fact you guys got in trouble. You blamed the fact that, why is this wrong to begin with? You never blamed, you know, what we'll call him Tom. You never blamed Tom for what happened. But again, Tom and Tom's soul still feels very guilty about that. And he's probably, your son is probably going to be one to try to please you and overly please you, like probably makes you 50 million art projects at school. He's probably going to want to just like be the one to really, you know, when he sees you're stressed out, he'll come give you a hug. Like, the connection is very empathetic and empathic between the two of you. And that's only going to strengthen as he gets older. I do see that. Let's get one more to really wrap this up and see if there's anything else that this life, why Spirit was wanting to show you this life between the two of you. What else does Spirit want you to know about that life in correspondence to this life, or in I don't know what I'm trying to find. In what's tangent with this life? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. You've only had a sister, but always wanted a brother all my life. Yes, and I think that life really it just really stuck with you. Even in lives you've had since that life, it's like you could still feel all the love of all those brothers in that life, and it's carried you through. But we've got here, it's time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. I think this is just such a beautiful nod to the fact that, yes, you did give birth to this brother in this life who is now a son. I love that so much. But this is just for you to be able to give birth to any ideas you have in this life, because guides and angels are watching over you. What about Scotland? What do you want to know about Scotland? I almost called you Brooke. Pam, what do you want to know about Scotland? Maybe Brooke something some place in Scotland called Brook something has something to do with it. Why I want to say Brook, I don't know. But here with Archangel Gabriel, it says you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Archangel Gabriel, very connected to you. So you do have a very important life purpose involving communication and the arts. And I think a big part of what your son and you are here to accomplish is to have a lasting impact with communication and the arts in some way. When you're praying with your son, you thought you would dislike him for some reason. Well, that could just be that like nod to the past life, almost you picking up on his like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be born and she's going to hate me because I got us killed in that life. You may have been actually picking up on his thoughts like, oh wow, your cousin is Brooke. Oh wow, I just got that too. Maybe that was her name then, the Dun Creative. Oh, that could be too. I don't know. Maybe do some digging on your dad's mom's side of the family. Although it can get convoluted and kind of branch off in many ways if you're not, because I don't think you can follow the direct, Passmore name all the way back and find this. I think this is like on a female side of the family here or there where maybe when they married it changed their last name. So maybe do some digging in the Scotland family. And anyone who maybe died in England, was born in Scotland, all of that. She looks like you. Oh, wow, that is so weird and interesting. You never know what's going to come up or out during these readings. But wow, we went in depth for you, Pam, but you did send a very generous donation. I'll just draw you a card about Scotland. What about Scotland? So let's just find out what you're wanting to know about Scotland. Did you have a specific thing you're wanting to know about it, or just like any information that wants to come out about Scotland? Let me know, but we'll pull a few cards for what about Scotland. We've got here wise leader. You are a beacon for others. So this is definitely you in this life and you as that girl in that past life. You were a beacon for others. People looked up to you. You had this amazing connection to nature that is just out of this world. Very beautiful, very tapped in. Let's get another one. Okay. Anything else for Pam? Whoa, we got three more coming in for Scotland. Wow. And this is just reaffirming that you were some sort of, very connected to the earth in that life, but also a mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you, and this is you in this life. I think we've already touched on that last Wednesday. Powerful leader, wise leader, mystic healer, powerful healer, beautiful energy. Also, you have here miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. And I just heard, I don't know if you've been to Scotland, but the opportunity for you to actually go to Scotland and visit, you're going to actually visit Scotland during this life. Even if you've been already, I see you going again. As a result of you going, you're going to be able to tap into some of the powers you had in that life. It's almost like you're coming home to yourself. It's very powerful. And you'll know when you're kind of walking that same ground that you walked all those 100 years ago. You'll know, you'll feel it. You'll have this sense of electricity run through you, and you'll know you came back home, so to speak. Because after that trip you took, you weren't allowed to go back home. So it's almost like you didn't have major chills all of a sudden. Holy cow. I don't know if you can see all those goosebumps. But it's like you never got to go back home in that life, and your soul has always longed to go back home to Scotland, so to speak. It's not because I loved reading the Outlander series, right? Probably the fact that you loved reading the Outlander series was because you knew subconsciously or within your Akashic records, you knew that you had ties to both, England is where you died, but Scotland is where you were born, where your home was in that life. First time I've had shoulder chills. Yeah, mine were like this, like up into here and down. Like you can still see them. Like I don't think that's picking it up on camera, but they're there, I promise you, on my right side. Totally weird. But as a result of you going back to Scotland, whether you've been there in this life or not, it's like you were there in that life. So when you go back to Scotland, you're going to almost like a piece of the puzzle that's always been missing in your life, in this life, Pam, is going to be found out and put into place. It's really beautiful. But infinite abundance, Abundance is pouring into your life. So this is your Scotland connection. As a result, when you are able to go back to Scotland or to Scotland for the first time in this life, you're going to be able to really get connected to your soul gifts. Not that you're already not connected, because you are, but it's almost just going to be a missing piece of the puzzle is what I keep hearing. So I hope that resonated for you, Pam. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. I'm sorry you had to die in that life, but you're back. So I guess not all was not for naught. You are back, and you are thriving, and you are living your purpose. So here we go. And thanks again for your very lovely donation, Pam. Always appreciated, never expected. All right, up next we've got Santina and then Kat. And just so you guys know, I did go a little more in depth with her reading because she sent a very, very generous donation yet again. So most readings don't go that in depth, but we're going to take care of those who take care of my mom. So thank you guys so much. And all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in a little camper, so all of your donations do go to help get her out of there and get her furniture and appliances and all that stuff. So Santina, you are up, and then Kat, you are on deck. Guess they couldn't burn me. That is absolutely correct. Yep. You're just going to keep coming back. That's the thing. You're not going to keep Pam down. No, you're not. Yes. That's so cool. I love what we can tap into, the information that we get. It's always so unique to each person, and sometimes you'll get really out there past life, and then one that's on Earth, and one that's on another planet. I mean, you never know what's coming out when spirit's involved. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much as well, Pam. Always a pleasure. All right, Santina. And then I saw we had another donation come in from Alice. So thank you so much, Alice. I will put ×2 here. So I know you paid for 2. Thank you. All right. All right. So Santina, go ahead and post your question, my dear. Oh, you're Santina. You want to know, will new love be coming my way soon? Let's find out. All right. We can even roll the astro die. And I just want to say, anytime we're looking at time frames from spirit, just take them with a grain of salt, because I see time like this rubber band. The actions we take can stretch it. Actions we don't take can expand it back. Like, things we do or don't do will change the timeline. But according to the current timeline, the current energy of what's going on here, let's find out when new love will be coming, if it will be coming soon. So will new love be coming soon for Santina? We have here remain positive. So remaining positive, keeping lighthearted and excited about the future of your love life is really going to help bring it to you even sooner. Let's roll this astro die here and see if we can get a time frame for you, Santina, for when love will be coming in. We've got here 9. Could be 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, or the 9th month, which would be September. And I'm really banking on September. That when I said September, Spirit's like, ding, 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 we have a winner. So by September, or maybe right around September, is when love is coming in for you. But again, remain positive. On the back of the deck here, you have don't stop. So whatever healing, whatever self-development, self-care, self-love you've been doing for yourself, any work you've been doing to make your life better, this is all going to the benefit of also your future love life. Just remember that. It's like, think of the energy you're putting into your self-love, self-care, self-development, spiritual development. Think of that energy as currency. So it's like you're paying in, you're like getting interest on all this money or, energy, currency that you're putting into yourself, and it's going to pay off. When someone comes in, a future love is coming in, that's going to pay off so much because you really put in that self-love, self-care, self-work by September when this love is coming in. Yes, I have been working on myself. Good. Keep going. Keep doing that. Like I said, it's all going to pay up. It's going to pay out for you. And just, it's going to pay off. Really is what I'm trying to say. All right. Let's know some more about this love coming in for Santina. Wow. Yes. So letting go of control issues. So allow the situation to unfold naturally. So letting go of past issues in relationships, even controlling relationships where the people you were in relationships with were very controlling. I'm just going to turn this light down just a bit because it's quite bright in my face. There, that's a little better. But just kind of working through or healing any, past traumas or wounds between you and a past ex or a significant other, that'll really help. Also here it says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So you may have some friends that are trying to set you up with someone, or just you going out and hanging out with friends and, really spending time with some really good friends might put you in the path of this future person that wants to come in for you. Also, we have here chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this person coming in is someone that you're really going to be attracted to, and vice versa, because magnets, it's not just one magnet that's attracted to the other and then the other one's like whatever. They're both attracted to each other, and that's what I see here. This feels very soulmate connection. Let's just get a message from this future love for Santina. If this future love could say anything right now, what would it be? I already have a feeling this person is looking for you, waiting for you, ready for you as well. This person has done a lot of healing from their own past relationships, and they're ready for a relationship with someone very strong and beautiful and bold, is what I'm hearing. Oh, we got one coming in hot. We got two. All right. So we have here, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So just remember that you doing a lot of healing is really going to help, so you don't have to really go through those past cycles that you were in with other relationships. And you are so welcome. This is such good news coming in for you. But learning to love and accept this person for who they are, your relationship with them is really going to transform into something really beautiful. We also have here friendship. So nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationships, and your love life will dramatically improve. That's the second card here we have with the word friends or friendship on it. Look at that. So this person may be someone who you meet through a friend, could be related to one of your friends. Maybe they are already one of your friends and you just maybe don't see them in the romantic light yet. I don't know quite what Spirit's trying to show me. But you also have here, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So that's where that inner work, that self-love is really coming into play, because like I said, you two are like magnets, like soulmate energy. So the qualities you love about this person are also qualities you possess. The qualities you don't like about this person are also qualities you possess. And of course, we all will project our own whatever, good or bad, onto other people, because other people in our lives are a mere reflection of what's going on the inside. So the more healed you can become on the inside, the more you're going to see that reflected out in other relationships. So let's go with that self-love theme and get some self-care messages for you, Santina. Self-care messages for Santina. All right, here we have take a walk, and we also have positive affirmations. So really remaining positive about your love life is going to pay off so much for you. So we've got here a number 5. So that's the number of change. 41 adds up to a 5, which is all about changes. So you're making a lot of positive changes. Look here. It says, I love myself, brave and beautiful. I choose love, healthy, happy, worthy, and grateful. So these are positive affirmations you can be saying to yourself to really increase that self-love factor you've got going on. Also, you've got the number 52, which adds up to a 7. Take a walk. 7 is that very introspective, very spiritual number. So it's almost like you're utilizing your connection to nature, your connection to moving your body, getting some exercise, especially out in nature, is going to be very beneficial for you. But you're using this time almost like a walking meditation. You're meditating, you're spending time out in nature, and maybe you're even going to meet this person out in nature with a group of friends. I mean, that's how on key this might be for you. You may actually have this all play out exactly this way. But again, the time frame might be September, might be before, might be after, depending on actions you take, healing that you do for yourself, all that self-care that you're doing, I think is going to pay off in such a major way. So I hope that resonated for you, Santina. Beautiful energy coming through. Keep up that self-love, girl. You got this. This person feels like someone who is ready for a beautiful, committed relationship. They're not looking for anything that's, game playing and immature. They're ready for a real commitment. And I think that's something you can definitely offer them. And that's exactly what I think you're looking for as well. A real commitment, a relationship you can grow old, someone you can grow old with is what I just heard. So I hope that resonated for you. Beautiful energy. All right, Kat, my dear, you are next. And you want to know anything my dad or spirit want you to know. We're going right in with the spirit messages deck for Kat. Anything for Kat from her dad. And I'm already getting the chills. He's got such a strong energy. Sagittarius sun popping in on my south node. All right, Kat's dad have any messages or spirit, anything spirit wants Kat to know right now? Exactly what you're looking for. That's awesome, Santina. You got this, girl. All right, so here we have self-sabotage. So it says, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not other people who prevent you from achieving your goals. It's the inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. And I think we kind of touched on this with all those courage messages and strength messages your father has been sending you. He wants you to know that you are your own greatest enemy. You can make or break your future in the drop of the hat, but you're really focusing on that positive vibration, really focusing on what is good for you. And I think you can totally steer clear of this self-sabotage. Let's just see. So when you start noticing your thoughts about yourself kind of taking a south turn, just bring it back up to better, not thinking you're not good enough, you're not deserving, and turn it around. You are good enough. You are deserving. That's what your dad wants you to know. Also, I think you're going to be having a dream visitation from him very soon. With this dream talk card, this does not mess around. This energy is coming in hot. So I would say within the next 2 weeks for sure. Possibly tonight, who knows? But it says dream talk. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So even if you don't see him in your dreams, your father, you don't see him in your dreams over these next 2 weeks or so, just know a lot of the messages you're getting in your dreams are messages from him. But I actually do feel you're going to see and be able to speak to, probably hug him in a dream coming up. And this is something that's really when you wake up that next morning, you're gonna feel so loved, so tapped into his energy like it was real, because it is real. It was real. And it's gonna really help you know that you're on the right track in life. And he just said, I'm very proud of her and she's on the right path. Let's get one more from Kat's dad. All right, we get 2 more because he's just that extra. So we've got here soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for your soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. And I think we did go over this in depth in your personal reading that we had this week. You're just taking between now and June to really figure things out, and he's with you. I think we've already established that, so this is just to reconfirm or reaffirm what we've already learned with that. And also light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. So that's your dad popping in with, this self-sabotage. He's like, no, you're vibrant. You are spirit having this human experience. And I think we talked about that as well during your private reading. But this is just reaffirming a lot of what we talked about in that private reading for you to just really own how special and amazing you are on that soul level and on that personal level, so that you can start believing in your own magic and going down that path of what it is you want to do, traveling, moving, becoming a healer, just doing all these beautiful things that you're meant to do here on this planet. Oh, I saw my phone light up. What do we got going on over here? I think that's it. I don't know why it turned on. That was random. Maybe well, hey, last Wednesday my phone turned on when my dad texted, when your dad came through, and I'm still blown away by that. But my phone just lit up, but there was nothing new to report. So, I don't know. So interesting. But I hope that resonated for you, Kat. Brought you some guidance from your dad. So special. Alrighty. Anything up next for Brianna Shepherd? Not sure how. No. I'm lying. It's just Sandy. Dear Sandy, you are next on my list, my friend. I totally did not mean to skip you. So we will get you going here, Sandy. Anything you want to know right now, we will get right into it for you. Get my own list. Remove who we've done. And then we got, so we've got just Sandy, then Brianna, not sure how you pronounce that, KDR, and then Alice and Jelly times 2. That is our current lineup. What we got going on right now. Just Sandy, whatever spirit wants to tell me. For Sandy. Okay, Sandy, you magical creature, you. Let's go into the Work Your Light Oracle for Sandy. Anything spirit wants Sandy to know right now. It's been a hot minute. How have you been, Sandy? I see you've been very busy over on your channel. I've just been very busy and haven't been on YouTube a lot. So I've missed you. We have here Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? So this could be an actual trip you're wanting to take very shortly, or just to get out of your 4 walls of your office or your studio. Just wanting to get out and go somewhere, change of scenery is what I'm hearing. But where are you being called to journey to? Even if you don't have even if you don't have a trip planned right this moment, this just could be your soul is longing for you to travel a little bit, or to get a weekend away just to go rest and relax, or to check out the sights somewhere. Whatever resonates for you. But break the chains, ancestral patterns, healing, rewiring, or rewriting the future, if I could read. But you are breaking the cycle of something in your family line, in your ancestral line, healing, and you're rewriting your own future. And because we are talking ancestors, let's get that ancestor deck out for you, Sandy. Anything Sandy's ancestors or spirit want her to know. And we've got, wow. So we've got here Summer, bask in joy and light. You pair that up with the fact that I was really feeling this trip calling out for you. That might be something you're planning for the summertime. Although if you do feel called to go on a vacation or some sort of trip before then, by all means, follow your intuition. But this summer for you, Sandy, is meant to be one of joy and peace and excitement and love and happiness. And it's just going to be a really good couple of months for you this summer. And here we've got that worker bee here. So I'm being reminded, don't work too hard. Of course, work, do what you feel you need to do, but also take time to play. Work and play balance, a life-work balance kind of thing going on. Also with the Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So anything that you've been feeling coming up, especially things around your childhood or just stuff from the past, things especially to do with family members or people you kind of deem as like friends that are family, soulmate connections, all of that. When you have emotions coming up surrounding people maybe you have lost or that have crossed over, relationships that didn't work out, you're healing these emotions right now. That's why they may be coming up here, and they probably maybe already been starting to come up, but if they haven't, over these next few weeks, it might be a time where you're really connecting to your more emotional side because you're healing, you're leveling up, and these things are coming up to be healed, and that's why you're experiencing that. Where are we going now? Going over here. Healing with the fairies for Sandy. Alright, anything else, dear spirit, for Sandy? Oh, you're going on vacation on the 7th. Well, look at that. You're already being called where you need to be. But look, there are positive expectations. Keeping a positive mindset is really going to serve you moving forward these next few weeks, months, the rest of the year basically, and for the rest of your life, because positivity is really going to help play a role in raising your vibration. But of course, when things feel low and depressing, honor that as well. But keeping a positive expectation, or knowing that the outcome will be positive for you in all things going on in your life, that's going to be really important for you to really keep the faith, so to speak. We've got 2 more that want to come out. We've got new location. So this could just be you getting out, going on that vacation, getting yourself out of Dodge for a while just to experience something new. Because when any of us go to a new location, that will trigger our inspiration. Because think of it, when you drive up and down the same old streets in your same old town over and over for years and you don't really get out there, it's almost like everything blurs together and nothing's different, nothing's new. But when you go out of town, you're visiting a new place, you're seeing new sights, you're very in the present moment. You're very inspired because everything around you is new. You're looking up, you're looking down, you're looking everywhere. You're just like a child, like, oh, looky, looky, looky. Like, it really inspires you. And I think that's going to be part of you kicking off the summer, the spring and summer, is you getting out of town more or going on vacation more and letting your hair down, so to speak, and not working so hard. Getting out there is really going to inspire you, though. It's almost like it's going to inspire you to work and create new things, but at the same time, you're not having to work so hard to create something, or you're not going to have to work so hard to really bring in that money. It's just going to start coming in even easier when you allow yourself that downtime. Also here, be honest with yourself. So this is just, pairing that up with that connecting with your emotions card. This could just be you being really honest about something that happened in your childhood or when you were younger. Have you seen my haircut lately? Well, you are letting your hair down. It still counts. It still counts, Sandy. You're so funny. I just adore you, Sandy. But being honest with yourself, especially where these emotions that are coming up for you are concerned, this is going to help you move through those emotions even sooner and quicker so you can be on to your happiness and peace and joy that wants to come in for you. Let's grab 2 more from this deck. And thanks again, Sandy, for your very generous donation. You always treat my mama so good over here, so thank you so much. Woo! We've got here Vanessa. So it says, to make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it. So any decisions that are coming up for you, being honest with yourself is going to be a key player in figuring out what is the right decision for you. And really asking yourself which way takes me closer to my joy, my happiness, my purpose, and which one takes me farther away. Even if they're like both equally really passionate and exciting things you're choosing between or trying to decide between, getting honest with yourself is going to be like the tiebreaker vote in anything you have coming up. Let's get 1 more from this deck for Sandy. Anything Spirit wants Sandy to know. Wow, so Shanti card is popping in. I am the angel of peace. I bring you a new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So anything that's felt stressful or stuck or just out of balance with the way Sandy likes to experience life, it's ironing out so you can have a new, more peaceful way forward and a smoother road ahead for you. Coming up on the back of the deck, you've got take action. You're in touch with your truth. Remember, being honest with yourself, that's going to get you in touch with that inner truth. Take action. You're in touch with your inner truth or your truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So speaking your truth, asserting yourself from your place of, just that inner part, that basic instinct part of yourself. You really are cutting to the chase of things. You're not going to waste a bunch of time hemming and hawing over things. You're going all in on certain things in your life is what Spirit's showing me. So I hope that resonated for you, Sandy. Always a pleasure to read for you. Good to see you again. It's been a while. I took all that time off and then just busy, schedules don't always line up, but it's good to see you again, Sandy, and I will have to pop over one of these days when I see you're on, because usually when I see that you've been live, you're already offline. I do kind of sometimes check in and see what you got going on, what you're making, what you're up to, because I always love to know. But I love to catch you live so I can talk to you. All right, that goes in here. Oh, you're so welcome, Sandy. Thanks again. All right, up after Sandy, we have Brianna or Brianna Shepherd, however you pronounce your name, dear. Go ahead and post your question. And then after that, we've got Katie R. And then Alice and Jelly, 2 questions for you. All right, Brianna wants to know, I would love to get a message from my brother. I miss him so much. I dream about him so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to try to get you a lovely message from that awesome brother of yours. Okay. We're going in with the angel prayers. That's just where we're going today. Let's connect Brianna to her brother. Brianna Shepherd. Connect with the brother. Messages. Okay, wow. He's got something to say, apparently. Got 3 of them. What do we got here? Wow. So we've got here change. I wanted to say transition and change at the same time. It did not work out. Brianna. Okay, perfect. Brianna. Message for Brianna from her brother. Change and transition. Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So any changes you're currently going through or about to go through, just know your brother is there. You can call on him to help you, to guide you, to be with you, to hold your hand. Because look, there is a new beginning coming for you. These changes are bringing you a new beginning. Big changes going on in your life. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. So especially if you felt like life has been stuck and stagnant, that's kind of a collective energy many of us have been feeling. But he wants to walk through that door with you. Like, he is very hip to what's going on in your life. He's there. He knows what's up. And he is with you. So when you are like overwhelmed with emotion of missing him, or you just think about him randomly, it's not, he's like, don't let her take credit for that. Like, he's very playful, very funny. To me, it feels like he kind of coaxes you or kind of tricks you into thinking about him, because he's the one trying to make you think of him so that he can connect to you, if that makes sense. So especially if you just think of him out of nowhere, like maybe you're like, what should I make for dinner? Oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then, whoa, there's your brother. Like, that's him kind of interjecting himself into your life. And it's really beautiful. Yes, it has. And I'm pregnant with my first boy, conceived on his birthday. Aw. That's so funny. Are you debating like giving the middle name as your brother's name? Because he goes, you better name that kid after me. Is he really funny? He seems very funny to me. I now have chills. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But his other card he's got for you is Peaceful Warrior. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. So you may be standing up for yourself in some way, but I love that the fact that you are pregnant, new beginning. He's showing, like, he's almost like showing me him holding the soul of this baby boy that's coming for you. Like, he's going to be the one to hand him off to the earth realm. Like, he's handing him off to you, and it's really beautiful. So he will know this child. He will grow up almost like, okay, so he's showing me, okay, wow, holy cow, lots of information just went boom. Let me break this down for you, Brianna. Okay, wow, so many chills all over me. Let me just take a deep breath. He's very like, I need to tell her this. This is so powerful. So he's showing me that this baby boy of yours is actually going to look like him or act like him, or there's maybe this certain smirk that he'll get on his face that totally reminds you of your brother. And it's kind of by design. Like, this little boy did want to kind of be a reminder of your brother, because he is very connected to your brother on a soul level, as are you. You're very connected to this baby on a soul level, and your brother, and like all 3 of you are soul family. So you kind of run in packs, so to speak, when you do incarnate. Oh, hey, Ethan, how are you? But he's showing me also that he is kind of acting as a guide to this child. Not like a main guardian angel or a spirit guide or anything, but he is very, like, he's going to be keeping tabs on this baby. And this little boy is going to be able to see him up until about the age of 5 or 6. But if you guys really, you and the baby's father, if you really harness, or, you know, really, not harness, that's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? If you really nurture your son's connection to spirit, he may be one of those people who never loses the connection. He can always be connected, always see and hear and feel spirit. So really nurture that connection. If you see him like waving at things or pointing or laughing or seeming to communicate with something that you guys don't see, don't try to talk him out of, oh, that's not real, or, you know, really nurture that connection. Wow, I have major chills, Brianna. That's so powerful. But yes, he's going to, your baby is very intuitive, very spiritually connected. He's born awake is what I'm hearing. Like he's very connected to his spiritual side, his spirit guides, your brother, others who have crossed over in the family. He's very connected to them, and he will be able to channel messages for you from your brother or for others. Like he's going to be one of these people who is like a medium. He's very tapped into the other side. So the more you can nurture that connection he has to the other side, unlike a lot of children that, you know, like, oh, you know, they'll grow out of having that imaginary friend. Oh, there's no spirit in your closet. You know, a lot of times we try to, you know, reassure the children, oh, that's not real. It's okay. You can own the fact that, yes, this child is tapped into something beyond what we can see, hear, feel, whatever. Nurture that connection and know he's safe within that, and he will continue to maintain that connection. He's going to be a very bright, intelligent, tapped-in child. And he may even be really overwhelmed at times, this little boy, because the energy can be really intense. When he's not only dealing with the 3D world, he's also dealing with the, you know, the spiritual realm interjecting and all that going on. It can be overwhelming for him at times, so you need to make sure he is getting enough sleep. He is getting enough downtime where he's not having to go. Like a lot of parents, when they have children, even young children, they'll like try to sign them up for like 50 different activities, and they're always on the go, they're always on the move. This boy is going to need a lot of downtime where he can just play and not be on a schedule for certain things. Oh no, Burma, poor kitty. He was my protector. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. My daughter misses her uncle. Oh no, you never have to apologize. Never apologize for feeling emotional. That's really beautiful. I'm so glad that we could connect to him. There are certain people who will ask about crossover loved ones and stuff that I kind of get a connection through the cards, but it's almost like they don't really step through. But tonight, it's like we're like 3 for 3 or 2 for 2. Like Spirit's really, really connecting tonight, and I love that I can help you guys get some messages from your crossover loved ones. Like, to me, that is everything. To me, that's more important than connecting to a spirit guide or anything. Like when you can connect to someone you know in this life, it's like you will really learn and know that they're still here. They're not really gone. They may be gone from the physical body, but they are still there. Their energy. Yes, he is very aggressive. That's so funny because I almost am like, he's so much like Scott. He's got a very Scott personality. He's funny. He's kind of in your face. He's not going to let things go. Like, he's here for it. I love that. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, you are so welcome, Brianna. And thanks again for your donation. You're so sweet. It was a pleasure for me to read for you today. All right. Up next, we have Katie R., my dear. And then we have Alice and Jelly times 2. All right, let me clean up my list here. Not that we have too much more to go, but I want to keep it nice here. Keep it all up to date. Here we are. And Katie R. is ready with hers. Oh, look at Burma. You're keeping the list. You're awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Katie R. says, I would like a message in regards to my twin flame connection with BG. We're not together in 3D, but I had a dream that he and I were made of small sparkling lights, and we merged together into one. Well, if this is a twin flame connection like you're saying here, that makes a lot of sense. So let's find out a message in regards to this connection with BG. Anything going on here? Anything you need to know on a soul level, on a personal level, just all the things. Spirit, let us know. Let us know what we need to know about this. Whoa, 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 whoa. So much going on here. Let me get a hold of these cards. These are the hardest cards ever to shuffle. They are heart-shaped, and I never know what way to hold them, and they usually go flying everywhere. Okay, so we got one card that did come out, but I want to get maybe 2 more. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. I love this. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we had first time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So this to me doesn't feel like that dream you had. This just feels like in the 3D world. Maybe you're really wanting a reconciliation, or you're wanting something really to transpire, but you know, it's just not moving ahead the way you want. But we also have the Twin Flames card. Your passion ignites. So yes, I think you two really are working together a lot in the dream state. Beyond the veil, your higher selves really are focusing on helping you two become better people, whether that is you reuniting eventually or just kind of going it alone for a while and then eventually reuniting, or just never reuniting at all. Spirit's kind of leaving it up to you guys on the 3D plane here to figure out what you both want to do. But I do see that he also thinks of you a lot. BG is always wondering like what you would think. Like he's like wearing a shirt, like I wonder what she would think of this shirt, or just like thinking about making a decision, and he's almost like, I wonder what she would think about the decision I'm about to make. Like he's always like checking in with you and then kind of remembers like, oh yeah, she's not in my life anymore. Damn it. Like that's what I just heard. Like he wishes it was different. But I think okay, so Spirit's like showing me like there may be an immaturity on his part, or just ways he couldn't express himself, or just something that transpired, especially on his end, where he was kind of the one that was like more standoffish compared to you. You're like, I'm all in, but he was kind of more like backing away for some reason. But now he's kind of wishing he hadn't done that. Then we have the reflection card. So give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So pretty much what we already said, whether the best means for the two of you to actually reunite and have a life together, or to reunite and then separate again, or to never reunite again. Like whatever that looks like for you, these things will work out for your soul's highest evolution. Because not all twin flames are meant to be in union. A lot of them are, yes, but a lot of them also aren't. So whatever resonates for you. But we also have here forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And there's that word dream. Look at that. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. That dream you had where you were made up of light and small sparkling lights and merged into one. To me, that could be like a premonition of your guys' reconciliation, getting back together, merging again as one. Could be. I like that. He was married and still is, so that is why he was backing away in the past. Okay, that makes total sense. That makes me happy that he still thinks of me. Yes, he really does. But again, that I could feel there was something between the two of you now that you say, I think you had mentioned before he was married, so now I'm back on par. I'm back on the right page here. But there is this sense of passion that does surround you guys. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at this present moment. Enjoy it. Again, you can't probably enjoy it right now, but you can enjoy it in the dream state, beyond the veil. Your higher selves are as one. That is for sure. So again, just seeing if, because they're almost showing me like he definitely isn't happy within his marriage, but it's to say, like, what's to say when is enough? Like, when is him just being just unhappy enough that he decides to end that and kind of go his own way for a while, or eventually reach out to you? Like, it's like time will tell. Actions he decides to take will tell or kind of shape the future of what's going on between the two of you. Because he really is in the control of this, because he's the one in a relationship. So that makes things more complicated. But again, you just doing that self-love, self-care, forgiving yourself for anything you've done or haven't done or wished you would have done differently, forgiving him for those same things. But stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. I think this is a really good takeaway for you. Let's get one more card from the Relationship Affirmators deck for you and BG, KDR and BG. Anything KDR needs to know about her relationship with BG? Any advice from Spirit? You have here curiosity. So it says, meeting new people. I remember what a treasure trove of opinions, interests, and stories they are. But these treasures will only be unlocked if I embrace my curiosity. So I'll be curious and you be interesting. Deal. Okay. So to me, this is almost like Spirit's way of saying for you, Katie, to be curious about some other people that are not BG. Again, not to say that you guys won't reunite, but that's not to say you can't still, you deserve a committed relationship. That's what Spirit's showing me. You deserve to have someone in your life You deserve a soulmate or, a really good, strong, connected relationship where you can thrive and grow and teach each other things and have a life together. You deserve that. So whether that's with BG or someone new, your curiosity is going to kind of outweigh you waiting it out for BG unless he does break things off and come available again. But, putting yourself out there, just putting out that light if you're ready for maybe a new relationship, or otherwise just getting real curious about your inner environment, really focusing on self-love, self-care, self-healing. That might actually put someone new in your path as well, because I do feel a very strong soulmate energy that would love to come participate with you if you would like to. And again, not everybody ends up with the twin flame, but it would be a much easier relationship with a soulmate than with a twin flame. If you want to try to make a lasting life with a twin flame, that can be really difficult. Unless both twin flames are very spiritually evolved people, it can be very difficult. But soulmate relationships tend to work out a lot easier and a lot better than twin flame relationships. So just putting that out there as a little bit of information for you. You had a feeling that they weren't happy in the relationship, and I'm trying not to focus so much on him because I know it's just creating resistance. Yeah, but you just focusing on you, I think, will actually put the signal out to this other soulmate that maybe you're ready to have something with someone else. So just know that that's out there for you. That's available to you when you decide to take that on. So I hope that resonated for you, Katie. Thanks again. All right, we've got Alice and Jelly ×2. So go ahead, Alice, and post your first question, and we'll get right into it for you, dear. And I need to put on some chapstick because I've just been flapping my lips this whole time. Almost 2 hours. Oh, I can see why patience would be really hard with an Aries moon. That is absolutely. I have an Aries sun per Vedic astrology, Taurus sun per Western astrology. So, yeah, patience isn't my strong suit either. Either way. And I'm Gemini moon or Cancer moon, depending, Western or Vedic. Yeah, patience isn't my favorite either. So when I'm trying to sit here and preach patience to everybody, I kind of feel like blasphemy because it's hard for me to be patient. All right, Alice and Jelly, what are my dreams trying to tell me? Where did I come from ethnically? I don't know. Okay, let's go to the dream question. I'm not sure how I can phrase or word about the ethnicity, but we can go to the angels and ancestors deck and maybe get a bit of guidance. You have a great night too, Katie R, and thanks again for your donation, and it's always good to see you here. For Alice and Jelly, what are her dreams trying to tell her? Okay, wow. So there is this healing going on, and you've got the daydream card. That's so interesting. Imagination, allow your mind to wander in quiet time. So your dreams are trying to tell you to get more time alone. Maybe you haven't been sleeping as much as you should be or as much as your body's wanting you to. And there's more information that wants to come through your dreams, but maybe you go to bed at a decent time, but it's hard for you to fall asleep. And some nights you fall asleep right away and sleep through the night, but other nights are kind of difficult, or you're getting up multiple times in the night. Like Spirit's showing me kind of a mixed bag of night energy with what's going on. But they're showing me too that even at certain parts during the day, if there's a time when you just feel really tired, like your body is just physically just exhausted, and you're like, it's only like noon or 1, why am I so tired? Honor your body. It's probably because your body is ready for some sort of upgrade, or there's some information that wants to come through, and it can only come through when you're asleep. So even if you take like a 20-minute nap or something, that could be enough to get that information. Your dreams are telling you, they're basically showing you that you are becoming more spiritual. More of your psychic abilities, more of your gifts are coming online. And this might have to do with behavior patterns. Your dreams might be showing you a better way to operate, a better way to live your life, because you pair that up with that snake card. This is about rebirth, release, and integration, integrating new psychic abilities, allowing yourself some quiet time, some downtime, to be able to integrate more psychic abilities. This is really powerful energy, actually. Very powerful energy for you. But of course, when that snake is ready to level up, it has to shed that old skin. It can't bring that old skin along with it, or it would be stifled. It's like those old cartoons with the old ladies trying to stuff their like size 8 foot in a size 7 or 6 or 3 shoe. Like it just doesn't work very well, and it's like a stuffed sausage. Like everything's pouring out. So Spirit is asking you to release or shed some old skin. That's what those dreams are trying to tell you that you've been having. Releasing things that are no longer serving you, because you're ready to level up. You're ready to upgrade. You're ready for a rebirth and a new beginning, to be able to bring more of your psychic abilities and gifts online, and more of your imagination, more inspiration as well. Divinely guided ideas, divinely inspired ideas I'm also hearing. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know about these dreams. So we'll get into the ethnicity question. Okay, we've got here divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. And to me, illusion could be the dreams. Like, dreams sometimes will show up in our awareness as like a metaphor or as kind of symbolic, not the actual way things are going, but kind of a symbolism or kind of symbolic of what's going on there. That could be the case. But also you are being called to step up more into your leadership qualities, your leadership abilities. You pair that rebirth and psychic abilities up together, bam, that's what you got, a leader. Someone who knows the right way forward in their own life. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position, and lovingly guide others. So you are like a guide to other people, and Spirit wants you to own that. Even if you're like, me, a guide for other people? That can't be right. It is right. It absolutely is. All right, here we go. Let's just see if we can get any hints as to your ethnicity, where you come from ethnically, because you don't know. Have you thought about doing those, what do you call it? Those like ancestry tests, or, I don't know. I don't know that I would ever do one, just because I don't like the idea of them having access to my DNA where they can sell that information to like insurance companies and stuff. Like, to me, that's crazy scary. Let's just see if we can get into your, where you come from ethnically. Alice. Got here. Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but at least if it's not like a prominent part of your bloodline, you do have like Native American roots. Even if this goes back like way back, some part of so it's like they're showing me even maybe before recorded history where you had what was like North American Native Americans. They may have migrated over that, like up into Canada, going up into, because it does feel very like northern, like Canadian, that kind of like North America, like in Canada, had migrated from like that part of, what do you call it, Alaska, to kind of go up into Russia. So it's almost like Russian. I'm not sure, like going way, way back, like what that would be called, but like the area of Russia and like northern Canada. That's what I'm getting from this Spirit Fox here. Even if it doesn't make up a really great part of your actual DNA makeup, it makes up a lot of your like spiritual, like why your spirit wanted to incarnate, to reconnect with this tribe, because you actually had lifetimes as in past lives in that tribe. They're not giving me a name of a tribe, but because they're saying this is so ancient, it's not recorded, and we may call it something different today, and it's not going to have the same effect as to just really you going within meditation, Alice, and really tapping into that energy for yourself and getting more guidance. But it says here, trust your talents in changing times. So to me, this felt like that those ancestors, that DNA that I'm picking up, where you come from ethnically, they had to migrate. They had to be nomads because it was dangerous to remain where they were. They're showing me two things. Like, it was dangerous because of the trends of the weather, and also because of certain other tribes were just encroaching on their territory, so they kind of had to move around. And sometimes when that tribe moved around, other tribes got triggered and mad and like ran them out of there. So they just decided to just take off over that little like strip of land between like Alaska or Canada and Russia. I don't know. Like back when this was actually happening for you, for your DNA, your ancestors, Alice, those places were a lot closer together geographically than they are today, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not confusing you, because Spirit's like showing it me. It seems like I'm like they're showing it to me very laid out, like linear process, but like I don't know if I'm describing it very well, so I apologize if I'm not. Oh, you thought Russia too? Yeah. So it, you know, once this part of your ancestors, once they migrated to that Russian area, and you know, Europe, Asia, I don't even know what continent that's part of. I think Russia is part of the Asian continent, but I do see people dispersing down into like India, down into China, down into like Pakistan, into and these are modern day terms. I don't know what these places were called back in the day. Even Egypt, even like Iran, Iraq, like you have ties to this whole, like they're showing me a bowl shape. So I don't know if you can get your map out and see like the bottom part of the bowl. It's almost like Russia, or not Russia, India. India is the bottom part of that bowl. And then you kind of got, I know I'm backwards for you guys. So India, and then kind of up into China, I think. And then Russia's up in this region. And then you've got kind of the Middle East area here. I don't know if I'm describing that correctly. That's what Spirit's showing me in my head. I don't even, you know how long it's been since I've had to take any kind of tests on that geography. So I don't even know, but that's what Spirit's showing me. Like the bottom part of that bowl is India. So if you kind of do this with your hands on a map, put India right where your wrists meet. Along the line of that bowl is where your ancestors, that tribe from kind of the Canadian or North American area, dispersed themselves over the you know, centuries, basically. But also you have stargazer, set your sights higher. So this lineage we're tapping into, this tribe, they were very connected to star beings, or what we would call aliens, alien communication, extraterrestrial communication. And you yourself, Alice, may really be like, you look up to the stars and you feel like they're calling you home or something. Yeah, northern, closer to Alaska, absolutely. Stargazer, set your sights higher. So you, in this life, Alice, may really be connected to the stars, or really immersed or awed by the stars. The northern lights as well. I think the northern lights, to these ancestors we're tapping into for you, they were really hypnotized and saw this sense of magic with the northern lights. So I don't know if you, Alice, have a really strong connection to the northern lights, or mesmerized by them, or the night sky, the stars. There's something about it with you through your ancient lineage all the way to modern day. You as Alice right now, there's a connection. So I hope that resonated. I don't know if I can tap any more into that than I did, because that's just what Spirit showed me, and then they like closed the door, like that should be enough. Okay, bye. Like that's what they showed me. I don't know. They showed me the bowl, and then they're like, okay, dipping out. See you later. Check you later. That should be enough for her to go on. I think if I keep trying to connect and rattle on, I might confuse you more than anything. But that's what they showed me. So I hope that resonated. All right. Whoa. Okay, so that was kind of 2 questions in one. Was that your 2 questions then, Alice? If you had something else to get into, you can post it. Your starseed, absolutely. So this is just reconfirming for you that absolutely, yes, you are a starseed. So there you go. Spirit delivered for you tonight. So if you had another question, Alice, go ahead and post it. Otherwise, I want to wrap all of us up by doing a collective. Oh no, Mo, money, Mo problems. That's what Dr. Lupa always says. We've got a donation coming in from Mo. So Mo, we will get right into your question. Let me just wrap it up with Alice, make sure that we answered everything she wanted today. And then we'll get into your question, Mo, so have that ready. It's still really hot in here, but that cool breeze from the evening night air is feeling really good to me right now. All right. Spirit is really delivering some interesting stuff tonight. I always love Wednesday night for this very reason. Woo Woo Wednesday, at it again. All right. Not seeing anything else. Oh, ancestors. You want to know more about ancestors? Because we can get some more information if that's what you're wanting to do. Okay, so Alice and Jolly, anything coming up on ancestors? Oh, we got two wanting to come out to play. And to me, this feels like tapping into that same tribe. Look at that. Very North American. Look at that. Very North American energy. Transform and unveil your gifts. So the North American or Native American roots within you, even if you did a DNA test and they found little to no Native American roots within you, I think you've had many past lives in the tribe that is part of your ancestry. Even if it just makes up a very small part, because it was so long ago, that one tribe that migrated that I picked up on was like before what we would consider recorded history. So that may not even really show up in your blood if you did a test, but where you ended up as a result with that bowl, remember the bowl, where you ended up as a result, that all would show somehow, some way in your lineage now if you took a DNA test. So you're kind of like, you know, a star seed is like a cosmic mutt, I lovingly like to call them. So you're just made up of a lot of different ethnicities in this life as Alice. That's absolutely what's going on there. So you say, what are you trying to tell me? Yes. Are you asking me what I'm trying to tell you, or Spirit what they're trying to tell you? But this here says transform and unveil your gifts. So your ancestors want you to really work on your spiritual gifts, to even tap into this tribe. Even if you don't have a name for this tribe, you still are very connected to them in your dream state. The ancestors, a lot of those ancestors, because you were one of those ancestors in that life way back, you actually are incarnated with other people in your family or friends, people you actually know in this life that were ancestors of yours in that tribe. So you're still very connected to that energy, but you are really using this energy of the shapeshifter here to tap into who you were in that life, who you are as a starseed, because I think many people in that tribe knew, because they were in contact with star beings from beyond. They also knew they were quote unquote star seeds. They were not, you know, just regular old humans. They were star seeds, and you know, in that life were a star seed as well as you are now today. So your ancestors, your guides, your spirit team want you to really tap into and unveil your gifts, which you've already done a lot of work in the spiritual realm. With your spirituality, you've really leveled up a lot, but they're just asking you to make sure you're making this a practice, making this something a very important priority in your life. And you may even have a spirit guide of a wolf, a hawk, or falcon. I'm not quite sure which one that is there. I don't know, maybe even an eagle. Maybe someone who's more of an ornithologist than I am will really know what that kind of bird is. And I'm picking up very cat-like eyes here, especially this eye. Look, very cat-like, very feline. Lion energy, that's that Lyra constellation. So you may have Lyran roots, or roots as a Lyran starseed, which are very ancient starseeds. A golden eagle. Thank you, Burma. Thank you for that. That helps very much. So there may be some more messages if you look up spiritual meaning of golden eagle, or spirit animal golden eagle, or spirit animal wolf, spirit animal lion. These may bring you additional guidances tonight, Alice, if you want to look those up for a little bit of homework. But the Lyran star system actually was destroyed. So many of the Lyran star seeds ended up on Sirius, Orion, Andromedan Galaxy, Pleiades. Did I say Sirius? Yes, Sirius. Lots of places. They ended up Arcturus. So the Lyran starseeds, like I call the cosmic mutts, because they went everywhere. After their place was destroyed, they just branched out and went lots of different places. So you may identify with multiple different starseed origins because you are someone who spent a significant amount of lifetimes in lots of different star systems. So you probably do identify with a lot of different starseed symptoms or signs. Also, you have here the oracle card. It is an oracle card, but it says here oracle. Look at that. It says wait for important information. And you pair that up with this one. Your guides and angels, the reason they want you to really work and focus on your spiritual gifts and your spiritual practice right now is because they're ready to offer you. Look at this. They're ready to offer you more important information, but you may have to be patient and really develop this practice to really go within. And they're also sending you a lot of information through your dreams, which I think we really did touch on those dreams with your other question. So I hope that resonated for you, Alice. Really, you're a very powerful person, very powerful starseed. You're living your best life. You're really focused on raising the vibration of this planet, and you're going to get more guidance from those ancestors / spirit teams / soulmates, because they've been, you were your own ancestor and you have those ancestors still working with you and all of that. Like, it's all tied up in a really cool way. And also people that are friends of yours, people that are maybe family members that you really connect on a soul level with, they were also incarnated with you in other lifetimes throughout the galaxy and the different Andromedan galaxy, our Milky Way galaxy, other galaxies we don't even know names to, and also other lives on Earth. Okay. All right, Mo, we are ready for your question. So go ahead and post your question, and then we'll get into that. And I think that's our last donation of the night. If you are having your heart set on getting a question answered guaranteed tonight, you can go ahead and send a donation. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up with Mo, and then I will probably just pull a card for everyone who's here right now to end the night for all of us, because my mascara has melted off of my eyes and onto my face. All right. So Mo Khan, is it time for me to move out of my parents' house? And if not, could you give me a very rough estimate of when it could be, please? All right, let's just see if this is the right time. Okay, so should Mo move out of the parents' house or should he stay? Let's find out. Should Mo move out of his parents' house? Is now the time to move out of his parents' house? Should Mo stay at his parents' house for a little longer? Okay. All right. So it says here, don't stop for should you move, and should you stay, we've got helpful people. So to me, it's like, don't stop. They're pretty much showing me that the choice is yours. Whatever you decide to do, whenever you decide to do it, you have the blessing and the green light go from Spirit. But with this helpful people card here, as far as staying at your house, I think this is showing, because on the back of the deck here, look at this. We've got the abundance card. So it's almost saying that you could actually live at home a little longer to be able to save more money, to really get your plans in order. And then when you really have a solid foundation or a plan, or you have a nice little nest egg kind of built up for you to be able to go out in the world and really make things happen, that would probably be your best path to follow. But if you're wanting to get out now and see the world and do your own thing, then don't give up on that dream either. Because either way, you're going to create that abundance for yourself in your life. But just you being able to live at home for a little longer might give you more of a head start or a bump up in your abundance when you finally are out on your own doing your own thing for the most part. Let's go ahead and get some information from Sacred Traveler. Let's see. So if you stay or if you go. So if you stay for a little longer. No. If you leave and then if you stay for a little longer. Okay. So if Mo leaves right now, what will be kind of waiting for him? What's the outcome of that? See it, I hear it, feel it, I want it. There it is. Okay. And also, if you stay for a little longer, what will be the outcome of that? Okay. All right, so this is funny because they're basically giving me the same energy whether you make one decision versus another. So of course, if you decide to go, transformation will be at hand. A fresh new way of living emerges. You decide to go, but also if you decide to stay for a little longer, breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. So it's almost like the same energy's going on, whatever you decide to do. It's like a red pill, blue pill situation. Yes. So waiting for you to think that the time is right. Of course, feeling into that Fool energy. Let me actually, speaking of the Fool energy, let's grab the tarot and get a card on you should go, if you should stay. Just one card per pile so we can see what we got. Okay, should you go? Should you stay? Okay, this really clarifies. This is kind of what I was getting, but I wasn't 100% sure. But with you going, we have your 9 of Swords, which is all about anxiety, worry, nightmare, not to scare you or anything. But this is just unneeded worry. But of course, as a result of you really facing that fear, taking that leap of faith and, how am I going to make it? How is this all going to play out? Of course, that will help to transform you and level you up because, not always is just having everything work out in our favor the way to grow. A lot of times it is that anxiety, that stress that really, like diamonds or pearls, they are formed under stress. So you would still have a major transformation as a result of stress. But again, it's going to be more stressful. You stay a while longer, and by a while longer, I'm seeing about a year time frame, but we're going to also roll that astro die just to get a time frame as well. But this is resulting kind of you staying about a year longer than today's date. So, March 31st, 2021, 22. 22 is next year. You have the Explorer of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. So this is inspiration. This is passion. This is you hitting the ground running because you have a solid plan. You have material or financial backing or abundance or like a savings put up that you can just really not have to stress out and just focus on your passion. Probably your music, or if you're going to school or if you're working a job. This is you being able to focus without all the stress that you would have if you left, say, within the next couple months. So that's kind of the time frame I'm getting, but let's just roll that astro die for when the energy might be right for you to be able to move out and really be able to thrive on your own. We have 11, so about 11 months from now is what I'm seeing, or possibly November if you really do kind of get your nose to the grindstone and really focus on your plans, your aspirations, your dreams, and really saving money and all that stuff. 11, which would be November, or 11 months from now, which would be February of 2022. That's kind of the time frame here for being able to really succeed on your own and not have all that stress and anxiety. So I hope that brought you some clarity about your moving out and all of that. I know when we want to move out, we want to move out. I've been there. My husband and I lived with my in-laws for about four plus years. And in that meantime, I was going to school, my husband was working, and then I was getting my job right out of college, and we saved for about 4 years to be able to buy our house. So it really did give us that leg up we were talking about that you would have if you allowed yourself that time to save and really, not have to struggle. And it really is a good thing that your parents, let you stay there and allow you to just live at home, especially if they don't make you pay any of the main bills or anything. That's really helpful to get you kind of a nice start. Amazing reading. Thank you, Amanda. You're so welcome. But you got this, and in divine time, you're going to be out there on your own doing your thing and really bringing in that abundance. Remember, abundance was on the back of the deck when we first pulled from this. So abundance is waiting for you no matter what you decide. It's just a matter of will it come sooner or later, depending on what you decide. Oh, hey, Junking Data Girl, good to see you. We are just wrapping up. So if you guys are having your heart set on a reading tonight, you can always send a donation now. Otherwise, we're just going to do a wrap up, and then I will see you guys again on tomorrow. I actually have a reading going live. What is your soul mission, or what is your life purpose? That reading is going live on my main channel. Link for that is in the description, the very first link there. You say it is difficult here, but I am strong. Yeah, it can be real tough, real rough, having to, you know, live under someone else's roof, under someone else's rules, and it's not a good time for the most part, but being able to get that leg up and really have a stable start out in the world, it will be worth it, because you'll look back years from now and be like, okay, it was worth it. Oh yeah, no worries, Junking Data Girl, no worries at all. Yeah, we'll get right into your questions. So once you send that, go ahead and post your question, and then we'll get right into that. And then I will pull a card for each of you who are still here. We'll just let you know. Oh, Dr. Lupo said November. I think that's supposed to be the best time for me. That very well could be. Very well could be. The fact that you got that twice now with both of us, I would say you're right on. So trust your intuition on that. That sounds like a really supportive time. And that gives you what? Let's see. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's like 8 months to really save money, get a plan going, and figure out what you want to do. That's a good amount of time. That kind of does frame about that year mark. I mean, a little less than a year, about a quarter or less than a year or so, a little more than a quarter. But I think if you kind of know the timeline. So if you make the plans and do the things and take the actions, I think that that's going to be really supportive for you, Mo. Awesome. Okay. We've got your donation. So go ahead and post your question, my dear, and we'll get right into it for you. All right, I'm taking another drink of my water. I get so thirsty at night, whether I'm live or just hanging out in bed, watching TV, or whatever it is I do. I get so thirsty at night. I don't know what it is. And it's not always been this way. This is just kind of in the last year or two. And I do apologize if I've missed any of your chat stuff. The best way to get my attention is to tag me for sure. Otherwise, sometimes I just zero right in on the person I'm doing the reading for, and almost everyone else melts away so that I can focus. But that's Spirit's saving grace with my Gemini moon sign of being distracted. So there you go. So hi to everybody. Anybody I missed, hi. I'm so glad you're here. I love you all. Yes, the body is cleansing in more water. And I've been on that advanced TRS where I'm doing the metal detox since December. And I've noticed like my brain fog is like almost gone unless we're having a major like ascension thing going on. Then I will get some brain fog. But I would have, I'm like, oh, I need to go refill my water, like just as an example. And I'd walk downstairs from like my room or something, and I'd be in the kitchen like, what did I come down here for? Like that happened constantly to me, and I'm 38. I'm not supposed to like have that massive amount of brain fog. But since being able to go on that metal detox, it's going away. I'm getting my memory back. My short-term memory, let's put it that way, because long-term memory, solid. All right, the Junking Data Girl, I have been having unemployment payment issues and financially may have to move. Oh no! Let's find out what's going on with that and any advice or anything you can do. Going in hot with these 3 decks right here. Okay, so for Junking Data Girl, so finances and living arrangement over the next 2 weeks or so. Okay, so finances and living arrangement over the next 2 weeks or so. All right, Ethan, we'll see you soon. Soon. Got one flew right out. 2, I lied. There's 2, not 1. So we have Larimar. So, okay, this is beautiful. I love this so far. So we have sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So this is a stressful time. And look, you've got here watermelon tourmaline, stress reduction. That's a great card to get with what's going on here. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So this one calls for self-care. This one calls for rest and rejuvenation. So taking really good care of your body, your mind, your soul, your emotions, that's going to be key for you to get through this in a way that's not going to totally stress you out. And watermelon tourmaline is actually a really good stone to carry to help reduce the stress levels as well. Let's see what else wants to come up. Ooh. What else? More junking data, girl. Okay, so we have here, and to me this just does feel like that conflict of the unemployment payments not coming through, or the the issue you're having with that. But it says here, today's lesson: name one person with whom you have a power conflict, and write an extensive description of the nature of that struggle without assigning blame. Only describe your own issues, your goal, to become mindful that remaining in a conflict is a choice. So to me, this could be, in regards of, or in place of a person, this could be the situation of the unemployment issue, the unemployment payment issue that you're struggling with. You doing this little exercise, I think, could be helpful to just write out that extensive description of the nature of that struggle without assigning blame, and only describe your own issues, your goal, to become mindful that remaining in a conflict is a choice. Also, you have here, recognize your first thought. So today's lesson, this is a day of intuitive practice where you acknowledge that your first thought is the best thought and usually corresponds to your clearest intuitive voice, your goal. Pay attention to your intuition. So using your intuition is going to be key in being able to get through these next few weeks and really figure out where you're going to be living. If you have to move, really following that intuition is going to be on point for you. So your intuition is trustworthy. Also, wow. So we have here emotional healing, and we had sensitive emotions. So your emotions really are going to be heightened during these next couple of weeks. But it says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So there is a new blessing coming in. And I just heard blessing in disguise. So this whole situation, this whole issue, the fact you might have to move is actually a blessing in disguise, because it's actually moving you or aligning you to something better, something that's meant for you, or a location that's more more supportive of who you're becoming, is what I just heard. Let's see. Let me keep these together so I can access them as I need. But it says here, you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. And this is all about that conflict resolution as well. So there will be a resolution of this conflict. That you're seeking this conflict resolution, you're going to get it. But it's as a result of you really tuning into your own emotions, de-stressing, taking very good care of yourself, resting when you need to, not allowing that stress or that monkey mind to be like, well, if I don't get that payment, then this will happen, then that bad thing will happen. We can go on that downward spiral. So trying to keep as positive as you can, and just know that life is happening for you, not to you. Even though it sucks and it feels hard and it feels emotional right now, just know that Spirit is directing you into the right place for you. You're never in the wrong situation. You're never in the wrong place. Even if that looks like you having to move and things are, going crazy in your life, this is to align you with where you're going and where you're meant to be. Also here we have birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So I don't know if this is talking about your birthday or someone in your family's birthday, but near this birthday, there may be a resolution to this thing, or something about the dates, because we're date, the word date. It says day, but I'm saying date. Some discrepancy with the dates of things might be what's really keeping that conflict going. Not being able to prove certain things, or something like that. The issue that you're having with this unemployment might have to do with a birthday or a date or a time, or it's been beyond this amount of time, so blah, blah, blah. That's what Spirit's showing me. I actually want to get one more from this deck. It's really powerful messages tonight, and there it is. Okay. Well, we have here pregnancy. So do not take this literally if that's not what you're looking for. But it says the birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. But to me, this is just a birthing of your next version of you. You're releasing that old burden of conflict and things that just aren't serving who you once were. Because it's like Spirit's showing me like you've outgrown your old life and you're ready to grow into something new. So it's almost like you're giving birth to a new version of yourself or some sort of new creative project that's really going to bring blessings to your life, monetary abundance as well. Just little side hustles or things, side gigs can bring in extra money as well, as what this is showing me, because there's abundance, there's fertility in your ideas that you have. Over these next couple weeks are really gonna, maybe you have this aha moment or epiphany or kind of download of energy or message from spirit that's helping you come up with a creative solution to this resolution or to this conflict, and then be able to have that resolution. On the back of the deck, we have debt paid off. So I think this is very, very timely for the question you're asking. It says the old weight of habit of debt is lifted from you in your life. So I have a feeling somehow, some way, this money is going to come through. Even if it doesn't come through as a result of, unemployment's going to start paying again. There's somehow, some way that this money's coming to you. Have that unwavering faith that you're taken care of. Monetarily, spiritually, physically, your guides and angels have your back. The universe is conspiring to make things work out in your highest good, is what I'm hearing. Thank you, makes sense. I am emotionally trying to get through it. My sister's birthday is today, so like an anniversary. Yes, so true. I have been working on this the past few weeks. Okay, that makes sense too. Let's see. I want to grab one more from this deck. This deck is really speaking, so I want to get one more. Let's just see if we can get one more bit of guidance. We have patience, please. Look at that. Yeah, this is calling for you to have patience. Have that faith that things are working out. But it says here, what you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. So there are things going on behind the scenes. Things being woven, things being figured out, ironed out behind the scenes that you're not quite privy to. This to me feels like the universe kind of lining up to put you on the right path. So have faith, have that positive mindset that Spirit is directing you where you need to be. Your own higher self is directing you where you need to be. Even if these next couple weeks or months are going to be a little bit stressful because things are really, not panning out the way you want right now. We've got here, your wish is granted, what you've asked for is coming, and also business venture. So I was kind of picking up on like side hustles or other ways you can make money besides just unemployment. But it says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. So to me, this feels like a month or two out that you're really going to be able to dive into whatever this is. But I think your wish is going to come true before that. You're going to feel more secure or stable. But keeping that positive mindset and expectation is really going to help keep your boat above the water, or your head above the water, so to speak, as you make the transition. If you have to move, again, using your own intuition on what your next step is going to be your key. So if you're unsure of what to do, get in a quiet room by yourself, put on some really calming music or silence, whatever resonates most, and really ask your higher self, your guides, your angels, just be quiet and listen. Just ask them, what is my next step? What do I need to know? What do I need to do? And then just listen. Just feel your breath, listen to your breath, pay attention to your breath, and those answers will start coming to you. That's what Spirit's showing me. That's a really good way you can get in contact with your own intuition. Okay, so I hope that resonated for you, junking data girl. And I wish you the best of luck. This is a very emotional time, and it cannot be easy. So you have all my positive vibes and love coming your way. All right, Ladybug, thank you so much. Let me check my PayPal here. Yes, we've got your donation. Thank you so much. So go ahead and post your question. You said you'd be right back. You want to know what's coming up in love. Okay, and you're in Aries. So let me know you're here, because you did say you'll be right back. But I think you are. I think you're back. Well, thank you so much. I will definitely do that. Thank you. Thank you. You're so welcome. And Spirit's showing me that maybe you need to listen to this reading again a couple of times so that you're reminded through this next week or two what to do. You know what I mean? To keep the faith, so to speak. So we're at the 2 hour and 39 minute mark. So if you scroll back about to maybe 2 hour 32 minute mark, when this is done being live and it posts to this channel, Scroll forward to the 2-hour 32-minute mark to rewatch this. And you can even leave a comment leaving your own timestamp, so you can always come back and revisit this, because I think that's going to be information that, it's like they just told me it's a gift that's going to keep on giving. So there may be nuggets of information you got tonight that don't quite, fit into what you're expecting or what you're thinking. But you watch this again in 5 days, 8 days, you're going to get some additional guidance because that time hasn't happened yet, if that makes sense. You're just thinking that I should listen again. Thank you. Absolutely. So feel free, any of you, when you do get a reading, if you want me to timestamp it for you or let you know what that is, I'll leave it in your hands. But if you want me to call out the timestamp, because I have up here the ticker of how long I've been live, and I could say, okay, your reading starts at this time. And then you can go in when this posts live to my channel and timestamp in a comment, timestamp your reading, so you can always go back to it. That's something all of you, I invite any and all of you to do at any point, so you don't forget your guidance, so you can check it out a year from now, 3 years from now, if that's your prerogative. All right. So, Ladybug, we're going to get into your question. Put these away. And then I think you're going to be the last one, and then I'll just draw cards for everyone who's here, and then I'm going to call it a night, because we're at the 2-hour and 40-minute mark now, and I didn't want to be on much later than 3 hours tonight, just because I do have to get up pretty early and get the kids off to school. And I have a reading tomorrow in the morning and 2 more videos to film before I can feel like I've accomplished what I needed to for the week. Okay. So, Ladybug, you want to know what's coming up in love, and you are an Aries. Okay. Let's figure it out for Ladybug. What's coming up for Ladybug in love? And Ladybug, if you want to know what your timestamp is, you can timestamp this as 2 hours and 41 minutes into this video. What's coming in love for Ladybug? All right. Wow. Wow. This isn't going to disappoint at all. At all. Okay, Ladybug, get ready for this. You've got 2 major arcana. You've got the Chariot, and you've also got the Sun. The best card you can get in the whole deck. You've got it. You've also got the King of Pentacles. So, to me, this is representing the person coming toward you in love. And the fact that the sun is shining in your love life question, absolutely there's something coming for you, my dear. And, the Chariot, you may actually have 2 people you need to decide between when the time comes. You may go from having nothing going on in love to a lot going on in love. But this is you sometimes doing that internal voyage as well. Maybe you even going on a trip, you meet somebody, because the Chariot is movement, but also that internal movement to your soul is what I'm seeing. And you really tapping in, maybe doing a meditation or some sort of intention setting, with spirit, asking spirit's help to put you in alignment with your future soulmate or a future partner, and that will really help put you in alignment. But the person you're going to decide upon or choose, so to speak, would be a King of Pentacles energy. Someone who's a self-made person, someone who loves animals, someone who probably spends a lot of time learning and just wanting to grow and see what they can create in this life. They're probably a little older than you, if not a few years older than you, or maybe even up to 10 years older than you. But you guys feel very similar in age as far as like you're both old souls is what I'm seeing. But you may notice that this person's very involved in reading, writing, really connected to nature as well, likes to spend a lot of time outdoors. What do we have on the back of the deck? Wow. 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. This is going to be like your dream come true, your dream person. This is how they are going to feel to you. This is just, like I just keep hearing wish coming true, wish coming true. So especially if you've wanted a long-term stable commitment, if you want a long-term commitment with a king, this is your man. This is the longest term commitment you can find, besides maybe the Emperor. But look at that. This is someone who wants to take care of you. You want to take care of them. This is very symbiotic kind of relationship. Very connected to the earth, this person. They could even be an earth sign. That would be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have prominent placements in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which would be, sun, moon, rising, any placements within those earth signs. Let's see. Let's go to the archetype deck and get some more information about this person. Absolutely, I could still take maybe 1 or 2 donations at the most, and then I'm going to close up with pulling 1 card for each of us that are still here. Woo. Okay, so we have here the Mystic. So it says light attribute, revels in intimate union with the divine. So this person is very tapped in not only to the earth, but their own spirituality, Ladybug. This is someone who's, especially if you're a very spiritual person, I think that might be that's the missing piece for her. Like that was the missing piece in past relationships with you, was that like a more deep spiritual connection with the person you're with. But you're going to get it with this person, with that Mystic card. This person is very in tune, very, just in touch with their spiritual path. Then you have the Beggar card. Confronts empowerment at a level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So this person probably grew up poor and had to really struggle for money growing up, but they've really turned that around and really created a mini empire for themselves. They may even be self-employed or wanting to eventually become some sort of entrepreneur. And whatever it is they're wanting to become an entrepreneur in, they're going to succeed. And it's going to be a very stable, steady income that they're generating and creating. Let's see if we can tap into a time limit or a time frame. Again, any time frames I give out here on the channel, remember, time is like that rubber band. Actions we take or don't take will stretch that longer or sooner. So take any time frame with a grain of salt. This is just a suggestion. When you might meet this person or get with this person. Dear Spirit. Okay, we have a 1. So to me, this feels like it might be up to about 1 year away. Although this could even be next January, which would be, 9-10 months away-ish? I don't know. Math. Could be by January or about a year from now is when you're going to be with this person. You may already know them, although I do feel this could be a very new person in your life as well. Take that as it resonates, because Spirit's almost like showing me, again, with that Chariot you got, there might be 2 people you're kind of trying to decide between. Oh, you made a donation. Awesome. Go ahead and post your question, Cat111, and we will get into that right as we're wrapping up for Ladybug. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kat. We'll get right into that for you. So I hope that resonated for you, Ladybug. Brought you some guidance. But there's a definite wish fulfillment coming true. Wishes coming true. Very awesome, stable person who wants that they want that, emotional fulfillment. They want that happy family life. Even if you're not creating a family, take it as it resonates. If you want a family, that is totally there for the taking. There's yet another dog. So this person, this King of Pentacles, is going to be very, very loving with animals, especially dogs. A dog person. Okay. So I hope that resonated for you, Ladybug. And thanks again for your donation. And Kat, go ahead and post your question and we'll get right into it for you. Get these all put away. Take another drink of my water. Whoops. Drop my kombucha right off. Good thing there's a lid on it. Maybe I'll take a drink of that. Okay. Here we've got that put away. There. Everything's put where it goes. Oh, after Kat's donation, can I do a quick reading for me? I feel bad again, but I need some guidance. I promise to refrain myself from asking favors for a while. Oh, you're sweet. Yeah, go ahead and ask real quick. I don't see Kat's question yet. So go ahead and post your question, Ethan. We'll get you some guidance on that and then get into Kat's question. Or whoever posts first, between Ethan or Kat, we'll get right into your question first. Whoever posts first. All right, there's Kat. Okay, Ethan, go ahead and post it after Kat then. Okay, what do you see coming in love for Kat? All right, let's go once again to the tarot. Coming in love for Kat. Oh, nice. Wow. So your hard work really is paying off. Yeah, so you're single. Yes, all that hard work you've put in as far as healing from your past relationships, as far as learning to love yourself, do the self-love, self-care, leveling yourself up to be the best version of yourself, all that hard work you're putting into doing that. And again, if you haven't started doing that, now's a good time to start, because that hard work will pay off, and that will attract someone who themselves has done a lot of healing and a lot of inner work. This is that hard work paying off card. All of that, you're reaping the fruits of your labor. So all that good stuff, all that love you've given to yourself is going to pay off in such a beautiful way. Also, here we have the Page of Cups, which this is such a fun surprise. So you're going to be meeting this person in such a out-of-the-box way, or a way you never thought you would meet a significant other. But this is someone who may be themselves a water sign. That could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or have prominent placements or sun, moon, or rising within Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Also, could even very well be an earth sign or have a nice water and earth balance in their chart. And the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, let's get some more information, Kat, about what's coming in. Okay. Yeah, so to me, this is indicative of the fact that there's still some more healing and self-love that you're going through. Maybe even cutting cords from past relationships, because look, there are all these cords going from her to these crows here, and she just has a blindfold on, like, I don't even know what way to look. I don't know what direction to go. So you doing healing, removing or cutting cords from past relationships, that's really going to help you. And of course, her hands are free. She could easily reach up and remove that blindfold and start loving herself to the fullest capacity. And as a result of doing that, you're going to get that hard work paying off, reaping the benefits. Those ravens are turning into what looks to be a barn owl up there. So maybe there is some symbology or extra homework you can do looking up raven spirit guides or raven spirit, and also barn owl or owl spirit. And also we've got a pig here, so pig spirit. So this Page of Cups, this person really does want to offer you something beautiful. Look at the heart chakra here. It's just lit up with all this beautiful light coming out. Beautiful vibes. So this person's going to be very tapped into their own emotions and very sensitive to your needs as a person, where you maybe in past relationships felt like people they didn't understand you, or they didn't listen to you, or they didn't take or care for what you wanted out of the relationship. They were more selfish. But this person wants to give and then give some more. So it's almost like you have to put up kind of limits, like, okay, you've given me all this stuff, now let me give back to you. Like, this person just wants to give and give and give. And that might be such a difference for you compared to past relationships you've been in, where you felt like you were the giver and all these other people did was take. On the back of the deck here, you have 7 of Wands. So this is you rising above all of the past BS from past relationships. That is such a theme with what's going on here. You doing the healing from past. If there are any exes you have that come to mind and you're just like, ew, that guy, ew, or oh my gosh, heck no. That lets you know if there's any kind of resentment, hostility, kind of, there's still healing to be done where those relationships or connections are concerned. And you being able to cut those cords or remove those energetic connections from your aura will help you rise above that, and then really be shining your own light to be that beacon of light for this person you're wanting to call in. So self-love, self-care, healing from past relationships are kind of the theme or the name of the game for you. Because when you do that, then you will put that beacon out to the universe, Kat, that you are ready for something solid and stable and beautiful. And look, as a result of that healing, there is a soulmate connection that wants to come to you. That's what this person is. That's what this Page of Cups is. And there's more water. This is water sign energy. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I forgot for a second there. But this is that soulmate card. This is someone who wants to love and care for you the way that you deserve to be treated and loved and cared for. And that's why you doing that healing is going to be of the utmost importance, because you can't let this person love you any more than you love yourself. So you learning that self-love, self-care, really developing yourself into the greatest version of you that you know you can be, not to attract this person, but just for your own, wanting to. That will then put that beacon out that because this person I feel is doing much the same. They're healing themselves, they're feeling out their own future and loving themselves as well, so that they can be a healthy person to love you and vice versa. You can have a healthy relationship. Because that's like the beacon of light I get from this here in the background. This is health. This is just beautiful, beautiful connection. Healthy connection. No games. No using things against each other. This is a healthy, healthy connection. As a result of you doing the healing, and your hard work will pay off. All that healing you're putting in, it will pay off. So I hope that resonated for you, Kat. Beautiful. I love giving good news in love, and there's been such good news tonight. So I'm just so happy about this. Yay! So Spirit's not wanting to give a time frame or like this will happen on this month or whatever, because it's going to depend on your healing journey and how much, you put yourself as a priority to heal and love yourself. That's going to determine the timeline or how long this is going to take for you to get this love in your life by giving it to yourself first, basically. You're giving yourself this love first to be able to attract it from someone else. So I hope that resonated for you, Kat, and thanks again for your lovely donation. All right, Ethan wants to know, I've been doing better since you did that reading for me of Christian. I'm dealing with the hardships he's going through much better, but I'm still occasionally getting excessively worried. Any guidance? Okay, let's get some guidance on Ethan's worries for Christian and Christian's situation. Guidance for Ethan on Christian and Christian's situation. Okay, we have here follow your dreams. So you may actually be getting downloads or information from your guides and angels in your dream state. So really be paying attention to your dreams, keeping a dream journal, or just kind of really trying to break down those dreams when you wake up. You see a yellow rose, go on Google and type in, what does a dream about a yellow rose mean? What does a dream about a bird mean? Really get specific, and that will bring you more guidance as to how you can, help yourself through this situation. But also you really focusing also on you and what it is you dream, what dreams you want to make reality. That'll help kind of take your mind off Christian. It doesn't mean you don't care. Absolutely you do, but you can't immerse yourself in his problems to make them your problems. As that empath, that's so easy to do. But making sure you still keep some boundaries up around your energetic field as to not take his problems on as your problems. Again, you can still empathize with him without bringing that on as your burden to bear. By following your dreams and focusing on what lights you up, what makes you excited, what are your goals, and what do you want to go after. I need to get yourself distracted and not absorb. Absolutely. So focusing on your dreams, really. And really healing your own inner child. I think that's what's being triggered here, Ethan, is your inner child. Something to do with what Christian's going through is as a result of something he's still trying to heal from with his inner child wounds. And because you guys both are technically still children, even though you may not feel like a child anymore, this just could be what he's got going on now has triggered something in your life, and that's why you can't stop thinking about it. Of course, you care about him, but there may be something within you that it may not be the same circumstance he's going through, but maybe similar emotions you felt in your past that are now being triggered as a result of what what Christian's going through. And that's triggering Ethan, if that makes sense. So there may be a reason beyond just, oh, I care so much about him, that you're being triggered. It may be bringing up something for you to heal. Absolutely, Kat. We're still here for a little while. Also, you have your visualization. So visualizing a happy life, a happy future for you, a happy future for Christian, just what you want your life and energy to look like. That's really going to help you, Ethan, through these next couple of days, weeks, and probably month or so. And then kindness fell off the bottom. So being kind to yourself. You're already kind to everyone else, so be kind to yourself as well. So I hope that brought you a little bit of guidance. All right. Put those away. You've been doing that. Good. Keep on going. That's just anytime you get something that you've already been doing as a message, That's just your validation from an external source that you're on the right track, that you're doing the thing, that you're already on the right path. So keep on keeping on. All right, so we'll wait for Kat's donation to come in, and also go ahead and post your question once you donate, Kat, and we'll get into it. Drink of water. My phone does not light up after 10:30 because it says it's my bedtime, so I have to make sure that it's coming through. But I don't see anything yet, but it shouldn't be that much longer. Okay, we'll give it a moment. It's so hot. I think I've mentioned that like 4 times, but it's true. I'm not looking forward to summer because this room has no real good airflow. I mean, we do have a window and a fan, but it gets so ungodly hot in here because the sun will hit this kind of in the afternoon to evening, so you get the full like sun effect in the evening, and it's just so hot on this side of the house at night, especially upstairs. It's hot. Oh, you really aren't, Ethan. No worries. Yeah, you help keep the list. You're such a positive vibe here. Like you're paying for your readings. Don't think you're just using me for free. Don't worry. Get a dual fan for the window. That's a good idea. Yeah, I have the ceiling fan here, which does a little something, but not as much as I'd like it to. You just offer amazing guidance as well as the energy you provide. Vice versa, Ethan. You are here doing much the same for other people and for me. So that's beautiful. Yeah, 2 would help. I think so. I'm like, it's freaking March and it's already this hot. Like, I am not looking forward to July and August. I mean, I am, but like not in this room with the hot temperature. Yeah, I need one that pulls the air. That is for sure. I love hanging out here too. I mean, I'm helping others just by being here and, you know, the whole answering questions thing, but just the vibe here. It's like part of me is also hanging out and just having such a good time. Love it. All right, Kat made a donation. After 10 years, Gerard contacts me. Intentions. Ooh, the plot thickens for Kat. What's going on? Here we go into her question. Okay, what are Gerard's intentions after 10 years? Whoa, there's something coming in. Ugh, let's get a couple more cards here. Kat. Well, this person still sees a future with you. They think you are someone worth waiting for. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. They think you are worth the wait. I don't know what took them so long to contact you or if you're even interested. But his intentions with this honeymoon card, he wants a commitment here. But to me, this feels like it would be very good and convenient for him. Such a good idea for him. But it's probably not the best move for you to try to revisit and rehash a connection with him because it feels like you would be settling where you're worth so much more. Things that are going on, maybe that's why that there was so much healing going on or cutting ties to other people going on in your other reading we just did is because he's like somehow energetically reconnected to you and wants what you have to offer. And it would greatly, greatly benefit him. I don't know that he's got a lot to benefit or offer you in return. I'm sure there are really great parts about this guy, but as far as like spiritual level, I think you're much higher than him spiritually. So as far as a relationship together would be, it would be almost like a kindergartner trying to date a high schooler. And I know that sounds gross, but like energetically speaking, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a good move for him, but not so good for you, if that makes sense. Let's see, what else? What are his other intentions? It says here, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest love of all. And I think his intentions are he wants to feel safe in your arms. But I'm also getting No, we've kind of run out of free readings. We're just wrapping up with donations tonight, Kalpana. But the best day for you to get a free reading is on my Saturday show, where I do 2 donations, then a free reading, then 2 donations, then a free reading, on and on and on until we kind of run out of donations, so to speak. That's your best bet to get a free question answered. But he knows he can feel safe in your arms. But I'm saying that yes, it is safe for you to love again, Kat. But I don't know that he's your best option, if that makes sense. Let's just get a bit of advice from the affirmators love and relationship deck for Kat and Gerard. Kat and Gerard. Okay. We've got compliments. I know how good it feels to get a compliment, so I give that gift to others. I'll find a nice compliment for everyone I interact with today, even if I have to think really hard about it, in which case I can follow up by complimenting myself to solve such a compliment puzzle. Wow, I'm skilled. So the fact that it's saying might have to even think really hard about it, it's like, yeah, okay, he has a wife and family, I just found out. Yeah, definitely steer clear of this energy. You're having to really struggle to even find anything to compliment him on, but he's probably showering you with compliments or wants to try to start something with you on the side. And you are worth so much more than being someone's side chick or, second in line to his heart kind of vibe. Like, it's not it for you. He'd probably benefit greatly by being in your presence, but it's not for you. It's really not. He just intends to really get what he wants out of you. He sees you as this Queen of Pentacles energy, and look what came out in reverse next to it. He's like the opposite of this guy that we got, I think that was in Ladybug's reading, but this person was very stable, very secure, very loving, very family-oriented, but you're getting it in reverse. So this person almost is like ready to throw his family away for his own whimsy, his own pleasure, and that's not a good look for him, for you. And it's funny because we've got the king and queen together, but look, the king's in reverse. Like this queen, she's like, yeah, I'm just like risen above you. Whatever you got going on, I'm on to my own future with someone who I can be an equal with, rather than you really benefiting from me, but me just feeling heartache and sadness because of all that you put me through. So keep looking forward. You deserve that Page of Pentacles that we had earlier that just really wanted to give you that emotional fulfillment, that all your hard healing work is paying off with someone else. So Gerard, as far as he goes, if you want to be his friend, I guess that's your prerogative, but I just don't see it stable. That King of Pentacles in reverse. There's no stability in this possible relationship between the two of you. There's just no stability there because he's got his roots set down with the family somewhere else. And why else would he be reaching out to you after 10 years? Except maybe just to have some fun. And that's not going to end well for you or his family. So yeah, use your intuition on this, Cat, but I think you know what to do, and you know you're worth so much more. Even if he feels like, hey, she'd be a catch, I could totally leave my family and go off in that direction. It's not the best look for you, though, to be settling for that energy. You deserve someone who wants a stable foundation with you and only you, and isn't ready to break up their family to do it kind of vibe. So I hope that resonated for you, Kat, and brought you some clarity. But yeah, he's totally thinking about you, wants a future with you, ready to put in the miles with you, but you deserve better. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So I think that was the end of our donation list, but all of you who are still here, let's pull a card for each of you. So if you want me to pull you a card before we go, put a 333 in the chat, and that will let me know you want me to pull you a card. Which card deck are we going for tonight, ladies and gents? Which one? Which one? Let's go to the surrender. There were a lot of good healing messages coming in. So let's see what we can surrender to for our own healing process. All right, Burma, we've got you up first, and then we've got Michelle Lynn, and then Ethan. Okay, so for Burma, what can Burma surrender to? We've got surrender to receiving support and love. Beautiful energy there. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Yes, I do feel, Burma, you are that one that wants to fix everyone and try to help and please everyone, but it's hard for you to receive that energy back a lot of times. So open to receive that support from others and the love from others as well. All right, who else wants a card? Put a 333 in the chat and we will pull you a surrender card tonight for your healing journey. All right, Michelle Lynn. We've got surrender to success. This really lines up and tracks with a lot of what we're talking about for you, Michelle Lynn. It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. That really lines up with what you've been talking about. Absolutely true. Thank you. He's a cord to cut off. Absolutely. You be that empowered woman, Kat. You got this. Because there's someone much better. You yourself are much better alone than to have to put up with that. But there is also that soulmate ready for you, waiting for you. So don't worry about Gerard. All right. Ethan wants a card. What can Ethan surrender to? Here we are. You've got surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are. Without denying the difficulties, then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So this might even have to do with Christian and denying the difficulties of how hard it is to interact with him right now because he's really struggling. And you may really get caught up in that so much that you're taking that on yourself. And this is also remembering the good parts of him that aren't so complicated right now. That will really help balance that out for you. But accepting him exactly as he is, which you are already doing, is really important. Thank you so much, Kat, and you're so welcome. So next up, we got Adrian. We've got here surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So especially if you've been stressed out, really projecting yourself or really immersing yourself in other people's energy, Adrian, this is just kind of that nod to kind of go within, be a little hermited, or spend more time on your own happiness, your own spiritual practice. That'll really benefit you. All right. So let me make sure I didn't skip anyone. Okay, Scott Bittner wants a card. Here we go for Scott. We've got surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So go with the flow, Scott. Much easier said than done for most of us, but sage advice anyway. All right, Kat wants a card. There's Kat's card. Surrender frustration. Okay, so frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. So going within, surrendering those emotions that just aren't serving you. Not just frustration, but I also heard confusion. Things that are confusing to you, really lean into that and say, what are you trying to show me? And you will learn some stuff from that. All right, so anyone else want a card pulled? Put a 333 in the chat and I will pull you a surrender card. Let's just pull one for all of us who are still here. Even if you already got one, this can still pertain to you. Anyone watching the playback, if for some reason someone is, this is for you. Okay, we've got also surrender frustration. So there are that might be a collective energy going on. Frustration, can't even talk, I'm tired. That's what happens. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Great advice. I tend to focus on how Christian and I can't be affectionate in person, which kind of affects and even brings my mood down. I really should focus on the good parts instead of bad parts. Yeah, which is difficult. Long distance relationships or, relationships that can't really start because of the distance, like that's so hard. Yeah, but focusing on what you can control, what you do like about the situation, that'll really help. All right, anyone else? Put a 333. If anyone else needs a card. Otherwise, I am signing out. It's been 3 hours and 14 minutes, and I am tired. All right, I think that I've given everyone ample time, so I am going to sign off. But I do have a pick a card going live tomorrow about your soul mission or your life purpose, and it goes pretty in depth and is really powerful. Go over to my main channel, which is linked in the description below. Check that out. Very first thing linked at the top is a the link to my channel, and then tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, that video will go live. That pick a card, and then Saturday I will be live again on this channel. Probably 1 or 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Haven't made up my mind on what time quite yet. But I will not be live on Sunday because it is Easter, so I will be hanging out with my family on that day. So one time this weekend on Saturday, I will be live for probably my regular 3 to 4 hours. And that's where the free readings are on and popping for sure over on my Saturday show. So I will see you guys hopefully here. But thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here or over on my main channel, link in the description, The Done Creative and The Done Creative Live. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you. Yes, happy early Easter to all of you. I love you, and I will catch you later. Bye.